Welcome to a night of total terror. Night of the living dead, the dead who live on living flesh. The dead whose haunted souls hunt the living whose bodies are the only food for these ungodly creatures. Night of the living dead. A bizarre adventure in fear. An experience in shock, more shattering than your strangest nightmare. Night of the living dead. A night with the dead who cannot die. A night of total terror. Night of the living dead.
What's up, guys? It's Corey here from the S'mores Indoors podcast, and I'm joined once again by Monty. Monty, what's going on?
I'm good, Corey. How are you doing, sir?
I am doing well. Excited to watch this movie tonight. It's actually been a little while since I've seen it, so should be a fun night, fun experience. And Jonathan should be along at some point. He's taking care of some business, but I've got George above me watching over us, so it should be a good night. So I want to thank the people in the chat already. Mr. Lost Cunningham, Tim, and I saw something he posted here. Yes, that's probably a good idea, Tim. Start Sober October. You might want to start it a couple days early.
Yeah.
After last night's stream. He had an 8.5 hour stream.
8.5 hours?
Yes.
Oh my God. That is like the Gone with the Wind of podcasts streams. Jeez. God, 8.5 hours?
And Al's in the chat as well.
Al.
You can stream without alcohol. I think we're doing that tonight. So I have a Diet Coke and
that is a monster.
Monster Energy. All right.
Oh yeah. As if I actually need that, but you know.
Well, thank you guys for being in the chat. After the movie, I'm going to throw the link in the chat to jump on with us. If anybody wants to jump on and talk for a little bit, we'll do that too. Ask any questions you want. You can limit it not to personal life, probably, but that's all right. I'll answer whatever. I don't give a shit.
Right.
But yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and get it started, and then, like I said, we'll have a little time afterwards. If anyone wants to hop on, we can talk a little bit about Night of the Living Dead or whatever. So let's do it. Let's
right
up here. I will get rid of this banner.
Here we go.
And we will start her up.
All right.
So I don't know about you. This is the one thing I was gonna mention for sure at the beginning of this.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of movies that have really awesome opening scenes. This may be my favorite.
Oh, I love the very I think I just love the stretch of the road with the wilderness and just you have that feeling like this just isn't good.
Right. The music is perfect to go along with this.
Oh man.
Get the comments back up here so I can see what's going on.
I love the fact that they let you wait.
Yes.
The car just drives. There's no cuts. It just lets you feel the environment.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing that, I'm sure they weren't even sure what they probably had when they finished this,
Right. I could imagine probably right here just shooting the roll. This was probably like some test run type stuff. They were just like, I think it looks okay. Is he like even like that? I bet you they were probably just like, cool. Turn the corner. It looks okay. Hey, on to the next.
Yeah.
Well, they shot this in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about Romero shot all that stuff in that area and just used the environment around him to produce what he needed to do. So
you can even see right here the production values with that sign. I mean, it looks like you can almost, if you put the color in, take out the black and white and put in the color, you can almost see the rustic brown kind of color that it probably had.
Yeah. Tim's asking if been to the shooting locations. I have not. I would love to go out there and go to the mall from Dawn of the Dead, but
they ought to make the day the time.
Never been, Tim. I'd like to go.
What?
Yeah.
Well, it's 8:00 and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh, darn it, she can't. Is there any of that candy left?
Yeah.
No.
That's actually Al's state.
We still remember.
Is it really? Is that where he's from?
Man, looks
yeah,
like
he's from
Johnny,
Philly.
it takes you 5
Pittsburgh's
minutes.
kind of the other end of
5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave
Pennsylvania,
and 6 hours to drive back.
Okay. I didn't know he was from there.
Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200
Now,
miles.
you know one thing I was wondering, Corey, were those gloves? I didn't know gloves like he just took off were like hot back in the 60s. Like,
yeah.
I thought that was something that didn't come along until later.
Well, he's got to have his isotoners. Remember Dan Marino doing the isotoner commercials back in the day?
Oh yeah. Good old days, man. And I love in the remake how Bill Moseley, he almost does the same performance as these guys. Crazy.
Yeah.
Which row is it in?
What are your thoughts on that remake? Do you like it overall?
Yeah, Corey, I really enjoy the remake. I had a tad couple problems with some of the creative choices they made with the characters, but overall, I thought it was a very solid movie. I actually think it's underrated.
Yeah, I did.
It's late. You'd gotten up earlier.
Oh, look, I already lost an hour.
I thought it was a little weird at the
I think
end
you
what they
complained
did
just
with
to hear
the
yourself
Barbara
talk.
character. They kind of
There
made
it
her.
is.
She's almost like a punk rock chick at the end, but she's like all badass. But I don't know.
I kind of thought too, like her gunning down Cooper. I had mixed emotions about that. Like, yeah, he deserved it because
I wonder what happened.
But I was kind of like, just blast him.
We spend good money on these
I
things.
don't know.
Here, and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish. You can clean this up. Sell it next year. Wonder how many times we bought the same one.
Man, that cemetery is nice looking.
Yeah.
They had all the production design they needed just right there.
Go to Fiverr.com and find
The commercials.
I didn't think there were any in this. Oh well, if that happens, it happens.
Yeah, it's just like watching it in the old days.
Right.
Hey, come on, Barb. Church was this morning, huh?
Guess I could have put the DVD in. Oh well.
Yeah, he's awfully considerate, isn't he? He's just like, hey, look, church was this morning. I mean, come on, get on with this grieving thing. Chop, chop, Barbara. Like he looks like he's about to commit a crime.
Praying to the church, huh?
Like Corey, didn't he look like he's about to like just strangle her or something? Look at him, he's getting the gloves. He's like, yeah. You're next.
Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here?
I
It
remember
was
seeing
from
this as
right
a
over
kid.
there. I jumped out
Like,
at
I
you
would
from
go to the
behind the
cemetery
tree,
with
and
my
Grandpa got all
grandpa.
excited, and he shook
And
his
anytime
head.
I'd see
He said,
someone
"Boy,
off in the
jumping them
distance,
to
I'd be
hell."
freaked out.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, because you feel like
Be scared.
a cemetery is safe, even though there's dead people everywhere, and
Right.
it feels very calm.
I mean it.
You know, but it's something eerie when you see people from a distance and you can't see them.
Right.
They're coming
Yeah.
to get you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it.
Now, Corey, do you know this part of the movie better than anything because of Halloween 2?
There comes one of them now.
Yeah, that's something Jonathan was going to bring up. But I'll let you.
I'm getting out of here.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'll let Jonathan jump on that.
I think what he was going to say, not necessarily Halloween 2, but that scene is almost always used in movies for like people watching a scary movie.
Mm-hmm.
One, because it's so iconic, that line, and then it's a free movie. You know?
Yeah, right. I remember that line more than anything because of how many times I used to. Okay, we got some WWF going off here. Okay, yeah. Look. Oh, I think he almost got the dead guy there. Oh. Now I don't know if he looks like a dead guy as much as he looks like a drunk. Yeah, he doesn't. Does he look like a drunk? Corey?
Looks like Tim streamed too long last night.
Yeah. Look at him. He's just like he had a 16-hour bender. And he's like, "Oh, I'm about to get one in. You ain't going home, baby." This is one of the most determined men I've ever seen.
He's a drunk rapist.
Exactly. Look at Ethan. I'm going to get a brick. No, but Barbara's pretty hot though. Like, she's pretty cute.
I kind of think she's more attractive than the one in the remake.
I think so too. I think she's much more pretty. I wonder, is this actress still alive, Corey?
I am not sure about that.
Okay, I'll Google it.
Tim says he was acting drunk last night. I call bullshit on that.
Tim, it's okay, man. We all struggle, buddy.
Hey, you know what? If you're in the privacy of your own home, you're not out driving. Who cares?
Exactly. And it's nothing like being drunk and watching a good scary movie.
Al agrees.
Ow. A little trouble with that shot there, but you know, it's interesting too how you can see. I mean, people talk about how like Psycho started the slasher thing, but you can even still see the cliches here in this film, or what are now known as cliches. You know, the falling. You know.
Create a custom branded email template in seconds with Constant Contact's Template Builder.
There we go. Should be back in.
This episode's brought to you by Dixie.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Nice lighting here.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I was also curious about is that with this film, wait, excuse me 1 second, Corey.
Sure.
There we go. So the one thing and this kind of looks like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house.
A little bit.
And the doors. That's one thing I miss is the style of old homes back in these days, where the doors were mostly dark brown like that.
I kind of grew up in a house like that. All the wood was dark, and we had the wood paneling too. And
how'd the doorknobs look? Did they look like giant jewels?
No, they were more like just white, like porcelain.
Oh, okay. But did they have that diamond shape to
them? No, they were round.
Oh, they were round. Okay. Yeah, because I know sometimes, at least at my parents' house, that stuff is all redone now. But at the time, the doorknobs kind of looked like diamonds. But I know that was that kind of weird early 80s kind of look.
Yeah.
Now, was this the first film that had a female as a lead and a person of color?
I would say it's pretty close, if not the first.
Yeah, because it's breaking some boundaries there by having, especially a man of color and a female lead. That's crazy.
I think what's interesting about it too is how Dwayne Jones' casting was basically because he was the best actor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so they didn't do it because of the kind of political.
No.
Oh wow.
Or at least according to Romero, he got the job because he was the best actor.
Mm-hmm. Good scare. You can even hear some of Texas Chainsaw Massacre in there.
What do you think of Tony Todd playing this role in the remake?
He was fantastic.
Yeah.
I actually thought he complimented the role very well, and it did a very good contemporized version of this character.
Yeah.
A little bit more aggressive.
Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us.
How is money used behind your bank? Big banks like Wells Fargo.
Remember, Corey, this was just like watching it on regular TV.
$7 trillion for his father.
Yeah, we'll get through
it. Yeah.
Yes. This pump out here is locked. Is there a key? We can try to get out here if we can get some gas. Is there a key?
If you're watching the first three Romero zombie movies, this Dawn and Day of the Dead, how do you rank those in your opinion?
You say how do I rank them?
Yeah.
Well, I've never finished Dawn, and the third one, I've never finished the two sequels.
Okay.
But the parts that I saw of them, I would say this one is still the most solid. Like the up the advance in the special effects and more production designs and more money.
Right.
I don't know. For me, it kind of loses something when you add those. It's something about the purity of just the rawness of this here. You know what I mean? The mistakes, the actual natural setting.
food.
Yeah.
It just feels more real.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I put Dawn ahead of this one just because I don't know if it was when I saw it, but like that whole being locked in a mall thing with like access to all the places was just cool to me for some reason. So I love that movie because of that.
And you know what, that would be for like our age group too, because like that was like when the mall was like super duper fun back then. You know, literally we've only got 2 here.
Yeah, I don't know if your mall had this when you were young, but I can remember going to the mall around here, and there was a store that just sold those like Christmas like meat trays with like the meat and cheese and shit in them. There was just a store just for that.
The ones that look like Lunchables.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Had the big summer sausage in them. And...
Yeah, I remember. I forgot about those places. I never could stand lunch meat, man. Well, I remember one time a buddy of mine had a Lunchable, and I saw that ham. I was like, "Oh God,
what the hell? What's that living dead? Man, I saw some ham. I saw some ham one time. Woo!
What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
I'm good. Corey brought up a lunch meat.
Him and they survived yesterday, so.
Night of the Living Bread. That's an actual spoof.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's on the Millennium Edition DVD of this movie.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, they're being attacked by bread.
My daughter loves that. I showed her that. By the way, Jonathan, we're dealing with ads popping up, so.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's all right.
2 alls in the chat. We got Al and Tim.
Tim says it's a timeless classic horror film. I agree, and so does Al.
I'm just glad to know that Tim is alive and well. And it must have not taken very long to get his stomach pumped this morning. Glad to get him back on his feet.
I'm pretty sure he drank half the bourbon in Kentucky yesterday.
Oh God. Now this guy looks like he has to go to the bathroom.
You have some toilet paper?
Yeah. Look.
Sorry, dude.
Now this is a rape scene out of Oz on HBO.
Yeah. Everybody's a rapist.
You see the symbolism? He put a hole in his head.
And now he's cleaning off his tool. Oh!
Got him in the beak. Here's the other thing, like, so these are like the undead come back to life, right? These people were buried in some shitty clothes.
For real.
Guy had a white T-shirt on.
The other guy just had on his bathrobe, didn't he? That was the cheapest bathrobe in the world. It looked like a dollar store bathrobe.
I did like in the remake how one of the zombies had like the back cut out of his suit.
Yeah, that was cool.
From like the autopsy or whatever.
Oh, that's right. You can see his backside. I remember. Didn't somebody have a hanger hanging out their neck too?
Probably.
Kool-Aid Man. Woohoo!
Oh yeah.
Kool-Aid is on.
Kool-Aid coolers.
I haven't had Kool-Aid in a while, man. It's up
shit. I miss Kool-Aid. Remember, guys, all that damn sugar. Then you run outside during the summertime. Everybody got a red mouth.
Woo! I used to love the Kool-Aid jammers, like the little squeeze.
Oh, you talking about them?
Yeah, the squeeze pouches.
Yeah.
I was of the Capri Sun era. So.
Oh yeah, the Capri Sun. Turn them bad boys all the way like that.
Had to ring them out.
Now I think these guys just look like angry office workers.
Yeah.
Who just lost their jobs. Finally, I got you alone. It's just me and you, baby. What other movies has he been in at that time?
Hang on, let's look. I'm not well versed in this era.
I know there was a couple films he did, but
Dwayne Jones. Ganja and Hess, Losing Ground, Beat Street, Vampires. Night of the Living Dead looks like his first credited role.
Okay, he was in B Street.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And he died in '88.
What did he die of?
Let's see.
He was only 51.
Jeez, he's a young man.
Nail this place up.
So he had heart and respiratory issues. Cardiopulmonary arrest. Yeah. He's cremated.
I'm afraid to. But we have to try.
We were asking Jonathan. I don't know if you still have that pulled up. She's
Board up
still
the
alive.
windows and the doors. You understand? We're all right here. We'll be all right here until someone comes to rescue.
I'm almost positive she is. She's 75.
Now I want you to go in
I
and
thought
get
she'd
some
be older
wood
than
so I
that.
can board the
Yeah, me
place.
too.
Oh, she's 75 now.
Okay.
So it's 45. She was really young in this movie then.
Jeez.
She was 23.
23.
Al's wondering how much the zombies got paid. I'd say a $6.
Yeah. And all the animal parts they could eat.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be like what's that show on Netflix? Tigerland. Did you all see that?
Oh yeah, Tiger King.
Yeah, or Tiger King.
Yeah,
Man, did you see how he paid his employees?
with the expired food truck from Walmart.
They went to Walmart and just took the garbage can. It was like, here.
Yeah.
What do
Oh
you
man,
think?
that's a good roast right there.
Look at him. And people were thankful. They were like, man, I got that expired meat out the Walmart garbage can. It was great.
Shit, we got a ribeye that's 7 weeks old right now.
Yeah.
Wait. This shit's still gonna be good. Been dry aged.
Right. Just cook that shit. Put some saute on it.
That's right, man. Get you one of them nasty ass bell peppers out of there. So, does anybody, like, either of you guys know, like, what the real issue is with the copyright on this movie?
I've heard that story in the past, but I can't remember. There was some.
Was it like the trademark? What, like, the trademark emblem wasn't put onto the print of the film or something?
That sounds familiar.
Oh.
Which sucks because he's never made money off of it.
Yeah.
So because they didn't put that little thing that's on all the copyrighted titles, he lost the title.
Yeah, it says right here, Night of the Living Dead entered the public domain in the United States because the original theatric distributor, the Walter Reed organization, failed to place a copyright indication on the prints.
Oh, they royally screwed him.
Yes, they did.
Oh. Damn. Well, I did see an actress, digressing a tad. I saw an actress who was on Law and Order. I can't remember her name, but she was Dyson's wife in Terminator 2. But anyway, she was saying when you go into this business that you really need to get an entertainment lawyer.
Yeah.
And make your agent kind of be on point with all this legal mumbo jumbo because they say people get screwed in this business left and right.
Thing is, like, it just seems like they screwed themselves too, because nobody's been able to make money off this movie.
So that explains why we got so many of these all over the place, like sci-fi. Here, there.
Like, you can remake it. You can put out a DVD of it and sell it. It's public. You can do whatever you want with it.
Heck,
It also makes it hard to like get a good copy of the movie.
Yeah.
You guys seen that Criterion edition? Because that's really nice.
I haven't popped it in yet.
I've seen it, but I didn't purchase it.
Right now, the road called Beekman's.
You know, I buy stuff just to look at mostly. So.
Anyhow, that's where I found that truck I have out there.
Man, check out that table, Corey.
You on the truck.
Yeah.
That is an old school table.
A big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road.
My friend used to
There must have
have
been 10,
those
15
little
of
those
things
vinyl
chasing after it.
tablecloths, you know.
Oh yeah.
He had one on his kitchen table, and I'd be at his house, and he'd get on the
Yeah, I didn't see
telephone.
that
He
at
was
first.
always like doing something with his hands while he was
I could
talking on the
just see the
telephone.
truck was moving
Right.
away.
He was sitting at the table and
Those
talking,
things
and
catching up
had
to
a
it.
knife, and he just, without even knowing what he was doing, he cut a big slash in that
Right across the
tablecloth.
road.
And his mom came in and saw it.
Slammed up my face and hit it myself.
I just watched him do that.
Went right through the
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, look at that piano.
I guess
My mother had a piano just like that.
cut off the road.
We just sold it to a piano shop.
It went right through the billboard.
That thing was a bitch to get out the house, Corey. God.
Those are hard to sell, too, if you have them.
Because
Oh,
nobody
man.
wants to move
Yeah, the
them.
piano place came right over and got it.
No, the truck was going to explode or what?
I feel like everybody had a piano, like whether you could play it or not back in the day.
Oh yeah, that was just decoration.
Really expensive place to.
95% of them are out of tune.
This thing
Oh, yeah.
You're
moved away from me.
Yeah, Jonathan said he has it.
I looked back
I've
to the
got
diner
that.
to see if there was anyone there who could
Does
help.
it have a commentary on it?
Yeah, there's a commentary
That's
on
when
it.
I noticed that
The good thing about it, there's
the
no
entire place has
Kool-Aid
been
ads
encircled.
in the middle of it. So,
Wasn't a sign of life left, except
but
by now there were no more screams. I realized that I was alone with 50 or 60 of those things, just standing there.
have you guys ever watched this in the colorized version?
It's weird. That was the last time I watched it. Was the colorized version on Amazon Prime.
Plowed right through them
I've seen scenes of it.
and
But I-
run. Just stood there
I like the
staring
black
at
and
me.
white because it feels more like it's really happening.
Just
I don't know
wanted
if
to
that makes sense, but it's like a new.
I love Dwayne Jones's cadence,
scattered. through
just
the
the
air.
way he speaks.
Yeah.
He's very well spoken,
Cemetery. Johnny.
but he's very. I think that's what I like the way he played this. He's very dignified. You know, you could tell in real life that, you know what I'm saying, the character outside of circumstances, that he's probably just like a cool dude who's just working hard.
Yeah,
And he just ended up in this. You know?
I absolutely hate her character. This bitch cries for an hour and a half.
Al's talking about loving the music. I was going to show this. I have the vinyl here, which I'll show a little
hot in
better
here.
after the movie if anyone wants to see it.
Oh, damn, that's pretty badass. I like that cover.
I thought she was gonna pull her titty out there.
And he said, "Oh, it's late."
Hey, considering the circumstances, man, it probably would have helped both of them out.
Right? Is everybody calm? Ooh, I feel a little bit better now.
Yeah.
I can think. All right, I can breathe.
Hey, look,
Just keep that out. Let's think of something.
my senses are sharper.
I said,
I feel so relaxed.
I'm gonna need a squeeze. It's like a stress ball. It's a.
I started walking the road. He came slowly, and Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's coming to get you, Barbara."
Oh no! Shut up, lady. We're all dealing with it.
And then Johnny ran away, and I went up to this man, and I was going to apologize,
Why don't you just keep calm?
and I looked up, and I said, "Good evening."
Why don't you just keep calm?
And he grabbed
like, look, shut your ass up, okay? We got a situation,
That's exactly what he just said.
right?
the one
If this movie was real, he would just go out and voluntarily be eaten by the zombies after.
Help me! Oh, help me!
The rewriting of her character is the best part about the 1990 remake.
And then Chuck, and he ran and he fought this man. And I got so afraid. I ran.
Yeah, this is. I think I've dated women like this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So they would melt down like this because like their favorite eyeliner was out of stock. And
Yeah, right. Like you just be like,
and then she said,
Monty, you didn't call me all day, and then start doing this. I'm like, oh, God sakes, Jesus.
We have to go out and get Johnny. He's out there.
Johnny's dead, bitch.
You hear me? We've got to go out and get him. Please! We have got to go get Johnny!
Yeah, he just got gangster here. He's like, I'm ignoring it.
Please!
Oh, that means
This is Sunday school picnic.
Don't you understand? My brother is alone!
Your brother is dead.
No! My brother is not dead!
Oh! That was gangster. That was gangster. Hey, look, he tried to stay cool, didn't he?
Hey man, he had to do what he had to do there.
He tried. She didn't want to let the shit go.
Now he can think, he can get the windows boarded up, she can rest.
Right, look, he's like, everything's all good now.
Yeah, he had to give her the Robin Givens treatment.
Yeah. the barber, what was it? Not Barbara Walters interview. Motherfucker just sitting there like this. That shit was crazy when I was a kid. I remember watching that with my brothers. Like, why is she just talking about him and he's just sitting there?
Which is even now.
Yeah. I was confused. Like,
on the air.
Man, I hope, not to get too sidetracked, but I hope that fight with him and Roy Jones still goes through.
Oh man, I want to see that.
Dude, he can still knock my head clean off my body.
These are the facts.
I think anybody who gets into the ring with him, that's basically suicide.
Army of unidentified assassins.
Yeah.
The murders are taking place in villages, cities, rural homes, and suburbs.
Looks good in those videos.
Pattern or reason for the slaying.
Oh man, you hear the way he's hitting that those pads?
Yeah.
It's insane, man.
He is a scary dude.
And the look in his eye has changed in the interviews now. Remember, it's been calm, medicated Tyson for the last couple years.
Yeah.
And when I saw the interview with him lately, it was the one "I'll eat your a-hole alive," where he's like cussing out everybody in the audience. I saw that look in his eye. I was like, oh.
There is no or what to look for and guard yourself against. Misshapen monsters. Reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour. So far, we have been unable to determine that any kind of organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally deluged with calls for help. The scene can best be described as mayhem.
Jonathan, I asked Monty this before you hopped on, but of the first three Romero films, how do you rank those?
Dawn, Day, Night. What did you guys say?
I say Dawn, Night, and Day.
And I'll probably put Day over Night just for the effects, if I'm being honest.
Right.
I've never seen the two other ones all the way through. I've only seen this one all the way through.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got to go back. I know they're both on Amazon Prime. I got to watch it. I know they're on Shudder too, I think.
In spite of this urging and warning, streets and highways are
Dawn is a definite. You have to watch that.
Okay. Because Tom Savini's in that one, right?
To course of action at this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Like the biker gang.
Right. Okay.
That was Grandma's good chairs.
So at this point in the 1990 version, how many horror scenes have already popped up in that movie by now?
To deal with the sudden epidemic of murder, which is
There was at least like 3 sequences, wasn't there?
meeting is scheduled to convene within the hour. members of the presidential
I
cabinet.
couldn't hear you, Monty.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said in the 1990 version, there was at least already 3 horror sequences within this time period, wasn't there?
As soon as possible, following
I don't know. It's pretty close.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Because I do remember they amped up some of the horror scenes. Like there was a couple more confrontations before these two actually met.
I don't know, man. It's been a while since I've seen the 90 version, but I remember up until the third act, I thought it was pretty close, and then they changed it up from there.
Yeah,
it's completely different.
Right. He's much more aggressive in that 90 version.
Oh yeah. Tony Todd's awesome in that too.
Oh man, he's fantastic. And what's his name? Who plays Cooper in the new version? Tom Tolles.
Yeah, Tom Tolles. Yeah.
Oh man,
that dude looks like an asshole though. Like he was perfect for it. Like he could be doing that, like the thing at Christmas, like with the bell, and still look like an asshole. Like,
yeah. Can you imagine him like being like if Tom Tolles was like the Santa Claus outside of Walmart doing the ding ding ding?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he would still look like an asshole, man.
I can hear him too.
That guy. He's gonna steal it.
Yeah, you don't want to give no change.
Yeah. All right, then I guess kids will starve this year.
Yeah. See, look, this is how brothers. This is how I do it. He said, "Man, I got her to sleep now. Now I'm just gonna chill."
Thanks for hanging out, Tim.
Yeah, later, Tim. You did stream that just now end? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Was that seriously 8 hours, fellas?
Dude, it was like 9 hours or close. I fell asleep finally because I got off of it and it just kept going. And so I was like, I'm just gonna see how far it goes, and finally just gave up and fell asleep. But it was still going strong when I went to sleep. So.
Oh, that's funny.
I was watching a little bit, and I was gonna message you, but I thought you were probably asleep. But I was gonna say like, Lauren signed off 4.5 hours ago. Holy crap!
Oh my God, that's so funny. So it's the exact same gun as the remake. So you're right. They were staying pretty close, Jonathan. They were staying very close.
From what I understand, that was an attempt to try to make money off the name finally for George Romero with that remake.
Okay.
I think what's cool about the remake is, like you said, there are some significant differences, but yet it's still respectful to the original. So
it's a really good remake.
It up in solid now.
You guys ever see the one with Sid Haig?
Night of the Living Dead 3D?
Yeah.
In the radio?
What does he even play in that?
I don't know.
Look, is he in the whole movie, or does he just pop up for 5 minutes and then they put him on the cover of the DVD?
That's what I'm gonna check, because that seems to be.
I bet you he's in the movie for 5 minutes. Okay, I give it to her. She's crazy, but she is hot.
Look, I don't know if you're here. I'm going upstairs.
That's why he's still there.
Look, exactly. I can be kind of I can work with this. She's a little nutty, but it's okay.
Everything's all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right for now, okay? Okay.
Civil defense officials in Cumberland have told newsmen that murder victims have evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers.
Devoured by their murderers. I like this shot. The light coming up the stairway.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Dude, he is a character that is not even in the original film.
Well, who's that, Jonathan?
Sid Haig. He is in that movie a lot, but he's Gerald Tover Jr.,
Consistent reports from witnesses.
a mortician, a pyrophobic mortician.
were killing
wow.
and eating their victims prompted authorities to examine some of the victims. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases,
Is that Xena?
are eating
Yeah, I
the
think
flesh.
so.
Awesome.
Repeating this latest bulletin just moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they killed.
So these people were just on bath
Incredible
salts. Then.
story becomes
Is that the-
more ghastly with each report.
Yeah, pretty much.
Such a thing actually happening, but these other reports we have been
What
receiving
could ever possess anybody to use bath salt?
been verified as completely as
Who figured out if you smoked it, you got hot?
is happening.
I mean, I know, like,
What combination of events took place? Where like I'm smoking.
Increase your ROI
like, it does make you think. Like,
from
I
constant
mean, like who took that for a test run? Life
That's
must have
what I'm
really
saying.
sucked.
Taste this good. You can't fake.
Like my man must have been a suicide attempt, and he ended up getting high.
That's like way off topic, but like the cashew. Do you like cashews?
Oh yeah, cashews, yeah.
So have you ever seen the cashew plant?
No,
It's gigantic, okay? And
Okay.
the cashews on the inside. Every other piece of that plant is insanely poisonous, except the nut. How many people kept trying to eat this thing before they were like, okay, we can eat that part?
Hey, can you imagine that though? Like if you're really hungry, you're stuck out somewhere, you see a cashew plant, everybody just starts going in on it.
Yeah, and the only thing that's left's the nut, and you're like, damn, this is all I get?
Yeah. Like you turn around and everybody's already just laid out like that.
Like, all right, I'm only going to eat the little piece.
Yeah.
You wouldn't come up and help.
Well, there were more, right? It sounded like the place was being ripped apart.
Okay, so now the fun begins. Here's Cooper.
Now, wait a minute. You
Yeah,
just-
wait a minute.
you couldn't hear it. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not gonna take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we gotta risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, why don't we settle this? Mister, we came up, okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
We can't get in.
You got the whole place moved up?
Most of it. All the few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood? His wife and kids downstairs. Kids hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
Shut up, Beaver.
Strengthen everything up.
With all of us working, we can fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy. You know that? You got 1,000,000 windows up here. All these windows, you're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they
That's
turned over
wild.
the car?
Oh, hell, this is 5 men to do that.
That's my point. Only
Dude
there's not
playing Cooper here is 41.
maybe 100 of those things. And as soon
Wait,
as they-
wait.
the place is gonna be clogged.
He's 41.
He's 41.
Wherever we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
How is it that me and this man are close in age? That's unacceptable.
How old's that other guy? 7?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, people age different. I don't know. It has to be with how high. Look how high he's wearing his pants. Like that can't be good for circulation.
Come on, no, look. I would never wear my pants like that at this age. Like seriously?
And we got windows to see.
That doesn't even look comfortable. There's a belt buckle on your belly button.
And the rescue party did come with the window.
Look how he leans into that shit. Like,
I don't know.
he think he looks smooth.
I think he's right.
But you know, going back a little bit, I like that shot with him and the other guy, with Ben in the foreground and the other guy kind of in the background, and his face was kind of dark a little bit while he's trying to make a decision about Cooper.
Put out that door.
That's a nice shot.
Again, no matter what happens. Now wait a minute. No, I'm not gonna wait.
That dude's pants are taller than he is.
We can make it to the cellar if we have to.
Looks like he's doing it on purpose. Like he's got his neck like kind of like projected. Look at him.
For what?
shoulders and shit is all tight.
You bought yourself.
Yeah.
Loosen up, baby.
Man.
I hear you have a fighting chance.
It's like loosen up, Cooper. Come on.
Damn, pull them pants down a couple feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot out back too.
This guy's supposed to be the stud, and he's the most new.
Yeah, get back.
Bro, come on, man.
I'm not 100% sure what he's doing here.
I know.
So, yeah, I'm gonna gently poke at you.
I was trying to figure out what the kid was doing because the kid was like, help him out. Oh, that was the guy who worked in the mailroom who just lost his job. He just figured he'd join the dead people. He's like,
yeah, ain't nothing wrong with him.
He's like, shit, I've just lost my job.
A sorting machine put him out of a job and he had nowhere else to go.
Right. He's like, I want to make a statement. I got someplace to get all this anger out.
At some point in the movie, I know there's a cutaway where like they're eating like, human flesh, but it's like very obviously a ham bone. I hope we haven't passed it. I hope I didn't miss it.
I don't think so.
Yes.
Now that guy just escaped from the hospital.
Yeah. You got some schmutz on your face there, sweetheart.
Yeah, she just had a long night. Is that a bug she's eating?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You gotta fix these boards. You're crazy. Those things are gonna be in every window and door in every place. We've got to get down into the cellar. Go down in that damn cellar. Get out of here. I'm taking the girl with me. Right here. Keep your hands up. And everything else is up here too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. The radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. We're going down the cellar again. And hey, we got to have food down there. He's got a right. Sure. He's got a right. You going down there with him? Yes or no? This is your last chance.
That's right. Nobody got time for all that. Are you going down there with him?
Don't be a bitch, Skippy.
I know.
Those things crashing through the windows. Well,
Hey, this brother is cool, man. I love the way he's handling the situation.
Stupid enough to follow you.
He's not pressed.
It is tough for the kid. That old man is so stupid. Now, get the hell down in the cellar. You be the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
He said, get the hell down in the cellar.
Want to open this door again? I mean it. Mr. Cooper, with your help, we could... With my help?
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Wait a minute.
That young dude looks like Mike Pence as a kid.
Yeah. Was leaving the beaver pants on.
You're gonna let them get hurt too.
Man, that belt buckle. That was a cool shot.
Whose house has a basement door that does that? It's not practical.
You know what? That is true because once you close the door, who's supposed to lock it on the other side?
Exactly. Like there's some weird shit going on upstairs if you have that.
That's a people under the stairs house.
Man, I forgot about her.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, she's nice.
Boxing myself in down there.
Okay, so logically, fellas, the battle that's going on between Ben and Cooper, who do you got? If you were in this situation, what choice would you all make?
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there and let him.
It doesn't really work out for either one. So, I mean, I would honestly think being down like in the cellar was probably a better idea.
Taking the unnecessary chances.
But they both suck.
Yeah.
Because we got to think.
And he's out of cigarettes now too. Which...
Look at he's ready. And I bet you this woman just bears the brunt of all his BS when he comes home from work.
When nobody buys an encyclopedia that day, and he's pissed.
Look at he definitely knocks her around.
Well, he got a cigarette, so good for him.
There you go. Get a buzz.
Let them stay upstairs.
You know, it's amazing how the casting of the 90 version was so.
Monsters can get in up there.
They got the right choices. Yeah, it was spot on.
Yeah. We'll see when they come begging me to let them in down here.
I need to go back and watch that. It's been so long.
What?
That Blu-ray is like readily available now. It was kind of hard to get a hold of for a while, but
yeah. Is that on Shout Factory?
No, it's actually a Sony release.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised Shout hasn't tried to get that. Someone.
Shout damn near has every horror title at this point.
Yeah.
Radio upstairs. I heard
Between them and Arrow.
Radio upstairs and you boarded a thing down here?
I know what I'm doing.
What did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. I don't know.
Vinegar Syndrome's charging top dollar for the scraps.
Oh man.
Take the boards off that door.
There's some titles I see on Vinegar and I just kind of go like, really? And you look at the price, it's just like, it's insane, man.
What happens when they'll send people
And
for
it's
it?
mostly porn. Not good porn either.
It's like those porn movies where like they actually try to put on a performance and they try to act.
Yeah.
I just hate that. You know, cut all this acting stuff out. You know,
we all know what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need to know how you met your stepson.
Yeah.
Monty's motto in life is "Give me Gonzo or give me death."
Exactly. Exactly.
Julie would come downstairs for a few minutes.
Oh yeah, my sister called me. We had a debate about that one thing we talked about off air a couple weeks back, and she was just like, "Oh well, I think maybe you were being a little mean."
Oh, I have insight on that later, by the way.
Oh, you have insight on that one?
Yeah, I did ask. So
okay, because I still believe that I am totally in the right in my decision.
That's what I got on my end too. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm just like, really? Come on. So logically, if they took Ben's decision and tried to run, do you think their chances might have been better or worse?
I think the thing to do would have been cut the lights, be as quiet as possible, and try to let them dissipate, then run.
Okay.
But they're all being super loud, yelling, arguing. Like every light in the house is on, you know.
Yeah.
Like a 90s country song.
Donkey donk, a donkey donk.
I actually think it's the same guy.
My army buddy in college got me hip to that song. I had never heard of it before, and I was like, "Oh, okay." We used to go to Fox and Hound and like, you know, have karaoke night or whatever it was with $2 pints and just go berserk.
I wonder if shit like that'll ever come back.
Oh man, I've been to Fox and Hounds in years, man. But that was like in 2005. Like I think that was around the time the smoking had just ended that year, or it was the last of when you could smoke.
Dude, I could. Right after I turned 21, they ended. Like a year later, they ended smoking in bars.
Yep.
You could see a lot clearer, which it was you know, killing my chances out there. You know, I need a little bit of haze.
Yeah. It's nothing like I remember digressing from Night of the Living Dead, but I remember one time me and a buddy of mine went to some bar back home in Cleveland. This is way back in the early 2000s, but I just never forget it was like a hookah bar.
Yeah.
So like we had like tequila and Coronas, and then we had some hookah, and it was insane. That was, man, felt like I was in a crack house.
Yeah. You're smoking an orange for some reason.
Yeah, it was just like you could just see this haze everywhere. Like everybody's just like, you know, it's like, where am I at?
Oh my god. We had a hookah bar here for a little bit. Bunch of damn hippies though.
Oh yeah, hippies can. I'm kind of more like I like hanging around the tattoo kind of grunge crowd now, which I was never into that when I was like in my 20s, but I don't know. I kind of feel like they're much more real than normal people.
Why don't you do something to help?
Yeah, normal people. I don't consider myself normal at all.
Here I have it. Drag a couple of those chairs together. There's a socket over here.
You know that TV weighed 800 pounds.
Oh my god!
It's only a 19-inch.
You better watch it.
I don't even think it's that. I don't even think it's that big.
Probably
I don't
not.
want anyone's life on my hands.
Look at those. How long does it get that sucker to get started? Because you gotta hear the noise like, and then you gotta wait for the thing to go like that.
Oh, it's on. It's on. There goes now. Play with the rabbit here.
I'm gonna look up Cooper's name.
Are not the results of
It's Carl something.
That's hysteria.
Carl. Let's see. Oh yeah, you're right. Carl Hardman.
being committed by creatures who feast upon their life.
Who's the producer on the film too? I think.
Ah.
Yeah, I think a lot of these people have like side jobs on the production too.
First discounted.
Yeah, because it was such a small film.
Yeah.
However,
I know I've seen Cooper's wife in a bunch of stuff.
of some of the victims bore out the fact that they had been partially devoured. I think we have some late word on just arriving.
I was talking to my dad about this movie this morning. Went over to his house for breakfast, and he said he actually saw this like in its original run in Knoxville at a drive-in theater.
Oh wow!
So I bet that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Have been returning.
Yeah, my mother had told me her and my father had saw this. They had just graduated high school when this film came out,
Morgues and hospitals.
and they went to go see this.
The unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims.
She is of no use at all.
No.
According to you, but it does seem to be a fact.
I mean, like she's no help.
She's
Like
she's worse than furniture. Like,
I mean, oh man,
Behind locked doors for safety.
I'd have used her as bait, man.
no shit.
We just
Put her on a rope. There you go.
damn right. We just push her out the door first, and then everybody hit the truck while they get her.
With food, shelter,
That's wrong.
by armed
It was the 60s too, so you had to be like pumping the gas and shit, trying to get the truck to start.
Yeah.
Playing with the choke.
Oh man, I hate stick shifts, man.
the name of the rescue station.
My car now is a stick.
Oh god,
Location.
it's fun when you get going, but man,
We can get some
It,
gas. Get out
it
of
was a
here.
good idea when I bought it, and like now I'm like,
That's
oh,
my food in here,
I
but it's
just want to
hot.
drive.
right.
Since convening this conference,
Watch that clutch.
the FBI, Joint Chiefs of Staff,
You guys
CIA,
remember when you first saw
produced
this?
any public information? Why are space experts being consulted about an Earth?
I was about 10 years old. It was on IFC.
All betting on the answer to that question centers on the recent
I was the same age. Me and my mother watched it at our old house in the living room on a Saturday afternoon. It was like, I believe, 91 or 1992.
destroyed by NASA.
So that would have put me at about 10 when I saw this film.
Serious high-level radiation with it.
That's a good. That's a, go ahead, Corey.
I was just gonna say I remember being fairly young. I'm not sure if it was on TV or how I watched it.
John Quinn in Washington has posed those
It's
questions.
a good. I think 10, like if you're into horror and you're 10 years old, this is a good movie to like get started with. It's not overly scary, but it's got enough to kind of make you nervous.
Yes, that was the subject of the meeting.
Yeah.
I feel there is a connection between this and the phenomenon.
Especially with like what zombies are now, kids are probably like, this is stupid.
I know I was kind of mentioning this earlier, but it definitely affected me after I saw this going to like the cemetery with my grandparents and even like a funeral.
You're always
Yeah.
You know, I kind of have an unpopular opinion here, but I like Return of the Living Dead better than this movie.
Is being done that can't be done.
Yeah, it's
Professor, you feel that there is a definite
it's a
connection
lot
between
more of a fun movie for sure.
Doctor, please.
I love Return of the Living Dead. Matter of fact, I'll tell a story about Return of the Living Dead after we get further along. But yeah, I saw Return of the Living Dead. That was another movie my brother rented from the video store when he was a teenager, and I think I was about 6 years old when I saw Return of the Living Dead. And oh man, I tell you, when Tarman came out at 6 years old, yeah, I damn near hit the roof. That scared the hell out of me. Brains. Shit was scary.
He said the rescue stations and doctors and medical supplies. If we could get Karen there, we can get help for her.
Now it's interesting. Was there a lot of this back in those days, like with the news stations and things like that?
You know this area. You from around here?
Judy and I are both
Probably.
We were on our way up to the lake to go
that
swimming.
that little footage
Judy
there
had a
reminds
radio
me a
and we
lot
heard
of
the
like
first
the
reports
old
about
footage of
So we knew
Walter
the old house
Cronkite
was
when
here. We came
JFK
in,
was
found the
assassinated.
baby.
He was just sitting in the newsroom
Then
talking.
these
You
other
know,
people came.
Yeah,
looks a lot like that.
Put a bar across the door, and it is pretty strong.
with that cheesy news news music.
Yeah.
The place is surrounded with this there.
That actually kind of reminded me of From Dusk Till Dawn too, with the Kelly Preston scenes and John Saxon.
Find some solution to these things that are happening. Do you have any answers to this time?
Yes, we have some answers. But first, let me stress the importance of seeking medical attention.
Now, do you guys like Land of the Dead with John Leguizamo?
What complications might result.
No, really?
Never watched
How bad
it.
has your kid been hurt?
I liked it, but I only saw it one time.
It's the better of those last three movies he made, but that's not saying much. It's like Survival of the Dead is unwatchable. It is so bad, and it sucks that was the last thing he did.
What year did that one come out?
2010, 2011.
Ah, okay. Wait, so when did Romero die, guys?
15, 16, something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's probably been like 5 years.
Okay.
We went upstairs. Did she ask for me? She had to do.
You guys have a
I don't
favorite
understand.
Romero film?
Baby. It's mommy. I heard.
I really like The Dark Half.
I'll come back down as soon as I find out what they want.
That's good.
Thank you, Judy.
Creepshow is my favorite.
It should be disposed of at once,
Creepshow.
preferably by
Yeah.
cremation.
I'll go with Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
Creepshow's
It's
close.
only a matter of minutes.
Well, that doesn't give people time to
Monkey
make-
Shines is pretty good.
It doesn't give them time to make
Oh, I forgot about Monkey Shines.
married to the street. And
Little evil monkey.
Oh my god. I think that video store cover used to scare the hell out of me back in the day. That little monkey with the razor. I used to always go to the video store and be like, what is this movie?
dead flesh.
That's as advertised, at least. Like,
Yeah, and then look, when I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, he doesn't have a razor like on the cover? Like I didn't get it.
Fruit seller here.
Yes.
You guys know, every time I see that TV show Chicago PD, every time I see that dude, I'm like, that's the guy from Monkey Shines. And everybody's like, what's Monkey Shines?
what the hell's Monkey Shines?
Yeah, everybody's like, Monty, you're weird. I don't know what you're talking about.
We can toss the cocktails from a window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to get the gas and come back for the rest of the people.
And for me, like everybody like loves Romero so much, and like I do love like a few of his movies, but I don't know if any of them fell off harder than he did.
While we're gone, the rest of you can hold up in there.
I found some fruit jars in the cellar. And there's a key on here that's labeled for the gas pump out back.
So Romero is almost like
Not really that
he
deep.
had these great films, and then he didn't slowly go down. Like he just like dropped like off the end, like with his quality.
You and I'll go.
Isn't it weird how they all drop though?
We'll put whatever lumber we find behind the
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's say Carpenter. I was gonna say Carpenter didn't, but he did.
Yeah.
It's just he didn't. He kind of stopped after.
After you toss the cocktails,
He dropped his bed and said, "Fuck this."
So good to pour it
Yeah,
out.
exactly. I'm gonna smoke weed and make music.
After we get the gas,
Play Destiny 2. That's what I'm doing with the rest of my life.
I'm gonna make everybody into the truck.
I fully support him with what he says. Like, and I love when they go like, what are you doing lately, John? He's like, I have this wonderful job where I extend my hand and a check comes into it. he's like, I wanted that job my whole life. I'm like, me too.
Yeah, it took him a while to sell out, but he embraced it fully. Like he's not putting out like John Carpenter Presents like Wes Craven did.
Oh,
How many do you have done?
He's literally like, oh, me and Deb wrote it. Go ahead, remake it, but pay me. He's great.
He never wanted to be a horror movie guy anyway.
All you get is a recorded message.
It happened like that, and I think he was salty about it for a long time. But now he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Everything.
Well, and it was the thing. The thing was the one that really soured him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tom, are you sure we're doing the right thing, Tom?
What about getting out of here?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Judy. I mean,
That's the
second guessing me all the time.
Right. I'm trying to be a man here. You're making me feel insecure.
Why do you have to go out there?
She almost looks like modern.
And I can handle the pump.
Yeah.
I was thinking that earlier. It's like they just kind of like plucked her and stuck her in there.
Yeah.
Safe here.
For how long?
She definitely looks like she stepped in out of Valley of the Dolls or something.
More and more of those things.
I know.
You could almost just hand her an iPhone. And
Yeah.
wouldn't look out of place.
Listen. Remember when we had the big flood?
I think he looks like the guy from
Was perfect.
what's the guy's name who was in the kid who was in the movie Dutch with Ed O'Neill?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you know he looks different now that he's older now.
Like just a wing.
Like he digressing guys, I saw him at Horror Hound 2017. Doyle from Dutch. And when I saw him in real life, man, I was like, man, this dude looks serious, man. He looks like he can handle business, like fist to fist.
Boy,
He's very tall.
you're showing no use at all, are you?
Everybody's tall to me.
No, me too, John. My dad is 6'1", I'm 5'8".
I'm 5'8" as well.
Yeah, like what happened? Like my uncle's 6'1", and me and my cousin are 5'8".
I'm actually taller than my dad, so I kind of knew early on shit wasn't going to work out.
We got her downstairs.
Hey, Corey, you're 6'2", right?
6'5".
You say, oh my, so you and Piz are about the same height.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god, I think Piz said he was 6'4" or something like that.
Me and Corey look like some kind of circus act when we go out in public together. I'm his sidekick. He's gonna throw me onto something.
Master and Blaster.
What I was thinking would be cool if we're hanging out. Let's all get a motorcycle with a sidecar.
It looks out of place or anything. I'd probably have enough legroom in the sidecar too. It wouldn't be that bad. It's even that cramped in here. It's not bad.
You know what's crazy, fellas? One time, this was like way before I got on YouTube, but I was watching Piz's channel back when I was a viewer, and I saw one of his behind the scenes of going to conventions, and the best was seeing Piz next to C. Thomas Howell. It was the most fantastic picture I've ever seen because C. Thomas Howell was like 120 pounds.
Yeah.
Look at that soaking wet.
Have you seen that picture of Piz and Lauren together?
Oh yes. Oh man. I was like, I asked Lauren, I said, Lauren, how tall are you? And he told me how tall he was. I was like, Lauren, I literally thought that was like an optical image.
He was standing closer to the camera or something.
Yeah, I was like, am I seeing this right? Oh. Yeah, like, come on, Cooper.
You know there was no like stunt people. So they just had to talk a guy into getting set on fire that night. It's like, Greg, listen, we're gonna need you to be a little bit on fire.
Yeah.
Not a lot, just a little bit on fire. I don't know, guys. It's for the movie, Greg.
Be a team player. Come on, buddy.
You want to be a star, don't you, Greg?
Yeah. Listen, we're only going to set you on fire for 5 minutes. That's all.
It's not fire. Don't worry about it.
Drop and roll.
Fire.
Yeah. Drop and roll. Oh wow, he just looked like he kind of misstepped there versus getting shot. Oh, bro, come on, run them all over with the truck, man. Flat out, I'm telling you, all of them would be up under that truck if it was me. Okay, so Cooper's big thing is that his sick daughter is the reason he thinks the basement is the best idea.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, looking at the scenario, I don't see why they couldn't just threw the girl over one of their shoulders and just, put her in the back of the truck.
Yeah. That was a risk.
Yeah.
Got to be dead on with that shot.
Yeah. Right. So in the remake, the whole pump explodes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it takes out both of these two. I do what I like about that scene in the remake, Corey, when they blow up the gas pump. I like the fact that they got the wrong keys in the remake, so the kid has basically lost it out of desperation and shoots the pump. So he loses logic because of the situation and he shoots the pump, not because he wants to kill himself.
Yeah, that kind of works better.
Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, you would think that in this jam you'd probably lose it and make a mistake like that.
Yeah.
Out of fear, probably.
Come on. Yeah, I hope I'm never in something that fearful.
Oh God. Okay, so I missed. How did this truck explode here?
It was still on fire from that. I guess the flames got to the gas tank.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you're right. It works better in the new version.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, brother. Headshot. Come on.
or just run.
Yeah. Look, don't let him get this close.
Yeah.
Now there we got another drunk right there.
He just stood there to admire his shot.
Yeah. Oh, you see that, Corey? Did you see that one guy? He had a certain gesture. He's like, "Yeah, I'll see if they show him again." Oh, this is great. I love in the remake before the pump blows up. I love how Tony Todd has this delivery of this line. He just goes like, "What the hell are you doing?" I just love how he tried to catch him. I love moments like that in these kind of tense situation movies.
Did you see that? I don't know if you have Shudder, but the horror noir documentary they did about black horror.
Corey, I've been meaning to see it because the advertisements always pop up.
It's really good. Tony Todd talks a little bit about reprising this role and how big Dwayne Jones was to him. So it's difficult to watch.
Oh.
How come he hit the girl harder? It looked like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he like Cooper flat out. I mean, that one on his chin should have put him out. That chin hit is deadly, man. Fellas, I was in my Muay Thai class and I saw my instructor punch the bag with a jab, and I was like, "There's no way anybody can survive a jab." It's just like.
You take Muay Thai?
Yeah, I just started that, Jonathan.
All right. Have you thought about doing jiu-jitsu?
Yeah. Like at this point, I want to learn it all.
I did jiu-jitsu for a while, and then I had to get out. I need to get back into it.
What made you stop?
I just don't have any time anymore. I have more time now, but like I need to get back into it. It is it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's just you're getting your ass kicked every single day, but it's like it's humbling. Like when like a black belt in jiu-jitsu gets a hold of you and you're just like a small child because you don't know, and you're just don't hurt me too bad, I guess. Like you have to look at you like you may think like, oh, I can handle myself. No, you can't.
Look, that's exactly what I've learned in this Muay Thai class. Like that's just like disgusting. But
it's the ham hock scene.
Oh God. Yeah. Ugh. You know what? It's something in movies I can take, like the blood and the arms, but something when it gets to vomit and drool, like drool just things. Ugh.
Because that stuff's real and icky. Like
like when you see drool on somebody's mouth, like if I see something born on the 4th of July with Tom Cruise in that veteran hospital scene and somebody drooling, it's like, oh.
This bitch is still here, still catatonic.
And she's done nothing. She's done nothing.
We all saw the same shit.
We better leave soon.
Yeah, look, why all the rest of us be able to pull it?
Yeah,
you still
we're
on
all
the
trying
couch.
to just. We all saw that too.
Look at this point. They've killed. He's killed at least 6 of the dead people. She's still on that damn couch. Like,
We were just trying to get to him.
I work with a lady who kind of looks like this lady, this actress here.
You think we can get it back on some driving? Where is
The hair isn't the same style, but she kind of has like that kind of,
at least a mile.
1960s housewife kind of feel to her.
All right. That army of things out there.
I can carry the kid. What's wrong with that?
Some people you see like out in public or whatever, and they feel like they're in the wrong decade.
Yeah. I can flat out say the craziest thing. Oh my bad. Were you gonna say something, Jonathan?
No.
Oh,
trying to figure out how to kick back here.
I gotta get a new chair, man. Like, yeah.
Over by yourself.
You can't stop the car. John has keys.
Okay. You have a car? Where? Where is it?
Damn, but you had a car this whole time.
Oh, he didn't figure it out now. Oh no, is that a snake he's eating?
Good Lord.
Ugh. Now that guy, yeah, yeah. I was gonna make a comment, but it was gonna be an inappropriate comment. I caught myself.
Nothing's inappropriate on here.
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah, I'll keep that one to myself. I don't want to say it.
That dead bodies will continue to be transformed into the flesh-eating ghouls. All persons who die during this crisis, from whatever cause, will come back to life to seek human victims, unless their bodies are first.
Now that we talked about Return of the Living Dead earlier, what did you guys think of the second and the third sequel of the Return of the Living Dead movies?
This one conducted by Sheriff.
I like all three.
Like all three?
Yeah.
I like 2 better than 3.
Yeah, I do too.
It's confusing because you bring back characters from the first movie, but they're different. You bring back actors from the first movie, they're different characters. But...
I was so confused when I first saw Return of the Living Dead Part 2 because when I saw that picture at the video store, I was like, yes. And then when I saw it, I was like, Michael Jackson zombie? Mm-hmm. And then Tarman came out, but he looked different, and I was like, what's going on? Huh?
Great hits kind of thing.
Yeah.
Chief McClellan, how's everything going?
I think with the third film, I love that actress, that redhead.
Yeah.
I don't know her name.
Right in this area. Those last 3 we caught trying to.
The last 2 sequels, Necropolis and Day of the Dead or whatever, or something like that. This made for sci-fi sequels.
Yeah. Necronomicon. No.
Necropolis is one of them.
Yeah.
You had a gun, shoot him in the head. That's a sure way to kill him. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat
Now
him
this
or
guy's
burn
got the
Well, Chief,
late '90s, early 2000s Nicolas Cage and Bruce Willis haircut going here.
we don't know how many of them there are.
Yeah, got a hairline back by the back of his head.
Yeah, he's got the Nicolas Cage National Treasure hairdo going there.
So you got to be able to wrap this up in 24
Exactly what that is.
Well,
I was watching National Treasure the other day. I'm like, Nick, come on, bro. Just give it up, man. Can you imagine Nicolas Cage with a bald head?
That'd be a little too scary.
Yeah, I know. And him doing that face from Face Off.
WIs.
Ivy.
Thank you, Bill, for that report. We can speculate just how long it would take to kill off the flesh eater. As long as the heavy rain.
Uh-oh.
There's a few spots in the cellar.
So interesting thing, y'all. When I okay, I can't disclose, but when I worked at one particular place, one hospital, years ago, one of the people I worked with, who I had to take care of, his mother had met a certain other patient, and so I was asking this person's mother. I said, she was like, yes, the person's a film director. And I said, really? And I said, well, what did they? I said to this person's mom, I said, well, what movie did they direct? And she was like, the Halloween movie with Jamie Lee Curtis. And I'm like, John Carpenter? And I'm like, no, that's not right. That's not right. And then I said, well, let me see. I said, she was like, he took a picture with me. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, let me see the person's picture. And it was Rick Rosenthal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was Rick Rosenthal. And it was, who's the nurse from Halloween 1 who Michael attacks with Dr. Loomis?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was his wife. So his wife was, at this time, he was going through something. And it happened to be him. You know, of course, nobody else on the floor, because I was the only movie buff, and I was thinking in my head like Halloween 2, and I'm going berserk. But I had to keep it together at work.
Yeah, composure.
Yeah, I was just like, and another one I recently found out about was one of my coworkers who worked in the hospital field used to live down in Tennessee. She actually took care of John Saxon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, before he passed. And I knew it was legit because this person who told me is like in her 50s. And she said, I was taking care of the guy who was in the movie with Bruce Lee. And I was like, huh? And again, I said, let me see the picture. And I'm like, John Saxon.
Wow.
Yeah, this was a couple years ago before he passed.
That's unfortunate, especially since he passed.
Yeah, but she was taking care of him for a little while at this particular place he was at. I was like, wow, life is weird how it drops you these little nuggets.
Jonathan, I kind of mentioned earlier how you were talking about how the opening scene in this movie is used in all those horror movies.
Yes, it's always what people are watching in every horror movie. And they always let it get to, they're coming to get you, Barbara.
I was saying, Jonathan, earlier to Corey, that's one of the reasons. That was funny, but that's why I know that part of the movie so well from watching Halloween 2 so many times.
Yeah, it's in everything.
Yeah, and it's that same section. Oh, there's the drunk guy again. He still hasn't passed out yet.
Damn it, Barbara. Oh.
Oh, come on.
Worthless.
Cooper! Yeah, this is deep.
Yeah, it's a pretty powerful scene actually.
Like how do you react to that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which is odd because I don't think you see that in the movie anywhere else where they're using tools to kill someone.
Yeah. Ooh. It's actually pretty powerful. Yeah.
How's the wall bleeding?
A little bit of Jason Takes Manhattan there. That was actually very creepy. So that was like something that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of heightened with the noises, kind of those weird, faint screams and stuff.
Johnny still got his driving gloves on.
I was saying earlier that was Jonathan's plan the whole time. That's why he had those gloves on.
Yeah.
Look at, he was like, "This is what I've been waiting for."
It's bad that Johnny wasn't there with you as a zombie. Punch her like he did that.
Get down.
Boom. Now she's the one who's always on the cover, right? That they had on the old releases.
Yep. Ironically, he ends up in the cellar. I just want to point that out.
Right. There's another drunk.
Yeah, these guys are just hanging out by the 7-Eleven. They're not even infected.
Yeah.
They're asking for a cigarette and $1.
Yeah. Hey, they heard it was a free place to stay.
Yeah.
You know?
Y'all know what some free food is?
Yeah. We can just go ahead and just go over there and crash. That's free food.
Hell yeah.
Look at this dude was all in. He took his shirt off and everything. He was just like, shoot.
What position was he in when he died? He never shot on.
Right. Well, he worked out that day.
Yeah.
I can just almost imagine the joy in that dude's face, the guy with no shirt. Like, he just like doesn't have anything to eat, and they just told him, "Hey, you got a place to stay, you can shower, there's women over there," and he just was just like, "Yes!"
Shuffling. He enjoys this.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I've been waiting for this." Oh, the Michael Myers. That musical sting sounds like a video game from the 80s. Ooh, that's pretty gory. That was gangster because he had no error. He saw her eyes open. He cocked that shit.
Yeah, I would struggle with that. Having to do that.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like the fear of what's going to happen to me, but I have to do this because I'm forced to.
Yep.
That's what's really scary. It's interesting how you see these movies and people rise to the occasion and do heroic things, but it's interesting when you're faced with it in real life, the scenario is much different.
Yeah.
I remember, Corey, the first code I was ever in, I froze. I never forget.
Oh, wow.
Completely froze. It's really true. Sometimes you get so scared you can't move.
Yeah, on a lighter note, I always think about that when I think about like the movie Armageddon.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if that shit's on the way, we're dead.
Right.
We're not seeing the team up there to take care of it.
Oh no, it's a wrap. Hey, look, but that might be just one of them situations where you just start, it's over, so you just do whatever the hell you want. Like you just go into the office and you just go like, "Hey, by the way, F you, I'm quitting," and then you walk out.
No, well, yeah, but my luck, the next day they'll say, "Well, it just grazed us. We're fine."
Yeah.
And I'm on the job, man.
Look,
you said it was a direct hit for sure.
Yeah, right. Wouldn't that be messed up? Like you just walk back in and just go like, "Can I get my job back?"
I was just kidding.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't mean anything by it. I was just playing, man.
Hey, Vince, Al, you want to get 4 or 5 men and a couple of dogs?
This movie goes by fast.
Those trees. We want to go check it out.
Is it an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chief, we're going to stay with it till we meet up with
Went by quick.
one of the volunteers. You're doing all the work. You take it.
Thank you. We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4 more hours. We'll probably get into lower down. I guess we can go over there and meet the National Guard. Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come with me?
Camera.
All right, Steve. Tell them we're going to stay with it and
I know I've seen this guy in other stuff.
to be under control.
You know who that guy looks like? The guy in the back with the hat and the gun here. He looks like the guy from the Ernest movies who was Bobby's brother.
Yeah.
Remember the fat dude? Bobby! He looked just like him.
I always thought they were like a discount Penn and Teller.
Yeah. Wait, Bobby is the same dude from Halloween 4, right? The preacher in the car.
I know.
Yeah. I think is that the same dude?
He has a weird look. Like he's.
Yeah, I think his name is like Carmen or some shit like that. Like that just makes it even better. Like his name is Carmen. It's always got a face and a name. It's one of my favorite scenes in Halloween 4.
I love that part.
Oh, I love that. You can't kill damnation. Doesn't die like a man dies. Great line. There's Eli Roth.
Yeah, what's he say? You're looking for it, aren't you?
Yeah. You hunting it, ain't you?
Yeah.
You see the way he stumbled? I'd have to like laugh after just blasting him. You see the way he fall? Let's try it on this one. Look,
it's like Jack Nicholson from The Departed. He shoots that couple on the beach. And he starts laughing. She felt funny.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite Jack Nicholson performances. He's so good in that movie.
He is ridiculously good in that movie.
Oh, he's on fire, man. I think they just gave him a joint, man, and let him just go to work. Because he was...
I think the cocaine he was snorting off the hooker's ass, I think that may have been real cocaine. Like they just filmed what Jack was doing in the hotel room that night.
You're right. They said, just take the camera equipment over.
Yeah.
I hate this.
Yeah.
I hate this.
Right between the eyes.
Shit.
Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
Wow. Properly nihilistic. That guy looked like Robert De Niro.
I was going to say the same thing.
Looked like Taxi Driver Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Got some bad ideas in my head.
Keep those dogs back off of those things.
Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Night of the Living Dead.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was good.
That is a good movie.
So the remake does retain those musical montages.
Cool.
That was an awesome flick.
Oh yeah, great movie.
Hadn't seen it in years all the way through.
Well, guys, as promised, I'm going to throw the the link in the chat here. If anyone wants to hop on and talk, if Al's still out there, I don't know.
Come on, Al.
Where you is, Al? I know you're out there.
You can do it. Hop on in.
Oh, Al may be in bed, man. I think he rode that to the end last night.
Man, 8 hours?
9 hours.
Or 9 hours. Good God. Man.
Dude, I gave up. Like, when I went to bed, I was like, all right, everybody will be off here in a little bit. And, like, I went and watched the second half of the Laker game because I had missed it. Got something to eat, laid down in bed, and I'm like, they're still going. And Corey was still on.
I didn't even know how to get out of there.
Corey, did you get trapped, Corey?
Yeah.
You could still...
How am I going to wedge my way in here to say see ya?
Yeah.
Al's got to pop on because I wanted to ask him. Well, I'm not going to ask him a question about that show, but it kind of still had some funny stuff in there.
Yes,
even though it wasn't meant to be.
What did I do?
Yeah, he's like, I don't have a problem with you. I put that on like rewind like 7 times. I showed it to my buddy. I was like, yeah, I can remember being that drunk in my life before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You think
I love Al on Saturday afternoon chats because he's always in his garage and something like I think this week or the past week, like the Amazon guy showed up. Like,
oh, it's funny. He's like, I don't have a problem with you.
Yeah.
You're
I was like, I don't even know what's going on.
You're a good guy. He said, I'm having fun like this guy in the car.
I love Al.
Oh, man, that was fantastic. The beauty of these podcasts, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, so Region Freeze premiering this week, isn't it?
Yeah. Thursday.
Y'all already got that in the bag, or?
It's about halfway in the bag. So everybody's kind of putting their individual pieces together, but I'm really excited about it. I'm just actually all the way around, man. I'm just excited about like everything that's going on, like with everybody's channels, and I'm just really pumped, man. My creative energy is on 1,000 right now.
The community as a whole is in a really good place right now. Everybody's got something cool coming up, or it's a good time for it.
Yeah, I was going to say this is like the strongest it's been in a while right now.
Everybody's got good content coming out, something cool going on. Corey, have you announced our next guest yet?
No, I mean we've mentioned it. We're definitely recording our interview this week with Scott Shermer, the director of Found. So that'll be dropping audio podcast early next week. So hopefully it'll be a good episode. We're going to talk about filmmaking and some of the stuff he's done. So
that's a pretty legit movie from what I hear. It's very intense. Yeah, it's on Tubi. I have to watch it at some point this week because we're interviewing anyone.
I'll put the same.
Yep.
Lauren loves it. So
yeah,
take that for what you will. But
no,
half of it could be in Indonesian. I don't know.
We'll find out.
I love when other YouTubers like get like filmmakers on and they actually talk about the filmmaking process and the business and stuff like that. I love listening to these guys talk because I'm just taking notes on everything they say.
Yeah, that's our first like filmmaker, I guess.
Yeah, industry person. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We've mainly had people in the community on beforehand, but we're working to get some new people on the show. And,
right.
We definitely need to have you on for a proper like audio podcast, though, Monty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm totally in, fellas. I'm totally in. I'm actually the cool thing I was thinking of is like on my channel. Once I polish it up more, I want to get it to the point where like I start bringing people on my show and like we all just start skipping around between each other's shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing that I really want to do is just start hopping around.
And that's really picking up lately. I feel like everybody's kind of jumping over here and doing something, and then it's growing the community pretty rapidly.
I think that's the thing that's fun about it too. And remember, like we were saying, I think on a couple shows back, is how back in the day there was nobody to talk with about this stuff.
No, yeah,
you know what I mean. And the fact that people are making money off of this is unbelievable.
Oh, side note, Corey, it looks like our 4K deal on that Back to the Future set's going to be honored.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So that was sold by that Groove or whatever. That's NBC Universal.
Oh, okay.
And they have fixed the price, but I got my notice that I would be receiving shipment.
Cool. Yeah, that's a good deal.
I'm glad I was up that late.
Yeah. Thank you, Tim, if you're out there watching.
Yeah, Tim, you got me Back to the Future 4K for $10. Appreciate that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, because I wasn't going to buy it for $60 or whatever the hell it was.
No, but at $10, I'm buying it all day.
Yeah.
They wanted $60 for that?
Well, it was three. It was the 3 movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it ended up on eBay last night for $10.
What?
Yeah, like 2 a.m.
Oh, swap that bad boy up.
Yeah.
We got it on. They sold 4,000 copies before it was fixed.
That's great. They made a killing off of that. You see how they get us out here?
Yeah.
All you gotta do is hang back a little bit. That's why I'm not hopping on that Friday the 13th box set.
I have 2 of them.
Oh, I know. I've got them all back on this thing over here.
No, I bought 2 of that set.
Oh, you bought 2 of them. Oh,
because I'm going to sell the shit out of one of them.
Oh man, and people they'll buy it. Hold on, how much are they going for now?
Oh, you can still get it for $133 on Amazon.
Oh,
give it a few months, it'll be sold out.
I think that's a fair deal if you don't own those. So I will say that. But
or if you're a maniac like me, you do own all of them multiple times.
Or a maniac like both of us, at least I know for us, have half our shit on our shelf and still sealed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my stack back there. It's like there's at least 4 movies I haven't watched yet. Like, and I'm like, at some point I'm gonna get to them.
I bought 4 movies yesterday I hadn't watched yet.
Yeah, it's just like and the months just go by. I think I bought what did I just get? Psycho 3, Psycho 4, Shout Factory, and I got Body Parts, Shout Factory.
Man, Body Parts is so good.
Oh, I love Body Parts. Really good commentary behind the scenes on that film.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. I would have liked if they would have got Fakey.
I really wish that would have like worked out and that would have become a series on Showtime.
Oh man. If if the Jeffrey Dahmer thing wouldn't have happened, that movie probably would have did much better. But
I don't know about that. What happened?
Oh, when Body Parts was released in '91, which I remember when they had previews for that movie when it came out. But anyway, that was right when when they found the bodies in Dahmer's apartment. And, the family members were seeing Body Parts on TV and they're like, he's a cannibal. And the media just kind of put the two together and the movie just.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And it just, and it didn't, there's no cannibalism in that film.
I think John Carpenter might eat a kidney. Like in between one of the stories, but I don't think it was in the same vein as the way Jeffrey Dahmer was doing it.
I know that. Yeah, the movie. That doesn't even have anything to do with it. But man, that's a great movie. Fahey's another underrated character actor, I think.
Oh yeah, Corey, didn't you pick up Body Parts?
No, I haven't picked that one up. Add it to the list, shit.
Yeah.
I know, man. It's ridiculous. Like I legitimately have a sickness.
A cinema sickness.
Not that much of one. That dude will buy anything. Yeah. I don't have this edition of My Little Pony Season 2 on DVD.
Oh, who's that?
Cinema sickness.
Oh, is that the guy who had all the shelves and shelves?
Yes, like his whole basement is just.
That's insane, bro. That's basically hoarders. That's like the reverse end of hoarders, man. That's basically what it is. Yeah, like doesn't it look just like it? You just don't have rats. You've got movies.
Yeah. Man, sometimes I feel like that dude though, because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy this because like I'm probably never gonna watch it. It's like I liked that one time, I'll buy it.
Oh, that's the same way. Like when I'm at Walmart, because Walmart is good for like all those old school TV shows that you can get for like stacks, for cheap prices.
Yeah.
I was walking down the aisle and I saw Voltron, the entire series, and then I saw what the hell else did I get? Oh, He-Man and the Master of the Universe, the entire series, and I was like
$30 or something.
Oh yeah, look. I looked at it and I was like, oh, should I buy this? Got halfway to the door, turned around and put the shit in the cart. Look, it was like I was walking. I was like, well, and I went back.
Oh, damn it! My dog pissed everywhere. Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, these are it right here that I just got.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I forgot there was 2 versions of Voltron. There was one with cars and one's with the lions.
Did I hear? I thought I heard someone say there's a new Voltron now.
Oh, there is. It's on. I don't remember what channel it's on, but I actually just saw it, Corey. Like I saw the advertisement, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah. Man, I was a little old for it, but I remember the last cartoon I really was like invested in was, you remember Thundercats?
Oh, come on, Corey. I got it right over here, bro. Well, it's in there somewhere, but yeah, I got it right over there.
Yeah.
But say that wasn't right for a good movie, though, Corey. Like, if you really, man, that's one property I think if they could get, they could make that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was. I'm trying to think how long. I know you said you have that. How long did that run?
I think Thundercats was on, I believe, for 2 seasons. So I think it was on from 86 through 87, and it was off by 88.
Yeah, I feel like it was red hot whenever it was.
Oh, it was man! Big. I mean that intro with the cat, and it flashes.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's what I love about 80s entertainment, not just movies and cartoons and film, but how they so closely link the music with kind of what they're spreading. It like that MTV thing is all linked together.
Right.
I think that's what you need. Just a good theme song to sell your shit now.
Yeah, and like every even like sitcom in the 80s had a theme song, and like
yeah,
I don't think any of them do now, really.
It's like weird. It's like anytime I hear jazz music, I always think of the Cosby Show. So like if I hear like horns and shit like that, all I think is, Bill Cosby doing that. Yeah, right. Doing all that shit. Yeah, that's how Jonathan, that is how he did. Was that episode where he was like,
those fucking sweaters?
Oh man, those sweaters were the bomb, man. They were the greatest.
I saw Conor McGregor has a thing for like those Cosby sweaters. Like he gets them like screen matched.
Oh, what, like the shows?
Yes.
That's crazy. I saw that damn drug abuse.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you, was that Voltron set? I love these. Like you can get them cheap, like the whole series, right?
Oh yeah.
This is what I hate that they're doing this now. I love that it's cheap, but that's how you get the discs. Like they just pull out, and there's always one floater that won't stick.
I'm trying to think. Are these? Okay, it looks like they separated these. Yeah, these are separated.
Okay. This sucks.
Like, don't they get damaged real easily like that?
They do. Like the last one always falls out.
Oh man. This is how we do have a sickness, because check out what I bought also too, fellas. That is Cutthroat Island.
Oh shit. Hey, that movie is extremely famous. You had to see
I love this movie. I loved it when it came out, and I still think it's good.
Unironically, huh?
I'm like one of the few people who probably actually likes Cutthroat Island.
It's a shame not more people did. It wouldn't have.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have like shut down production companies and Hundreds of people lost their jobs. And...
movie's like 80 million and it made like 15.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
I tell you what, man. I think if Avatar doesn't come out soon, it's going to bankrupt Disney. So,
What Cameron wanted to do a 2 and a 3, right?
He's filmed up through part 4 or 5.
No, so he's actually filmed these.
Yes, they have. I forgot. Most of it's in post, right? So they've done all the stuff with the actors on the blue screens and everything like that. It's all everything's now like going back and adding the digital effects. But they have spent $1 billion on those sequels.
That's insane, man. I wasn't too big of a fan of the first one.
No, I mean, like everybody went to see it because of the 3D. But
oh yeah, the birds and shit flying down the hills. I was like, okay, this is awesome, and everybody singing songs and shit with the lights. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I was like, it's cool, And then when the movie was over, I was like, why do I feel hollow? Like,
they missed it was the highest grossing film of all time, but they missed why it was. So they're like, we obviously have to make 7 more of these.
Yeah. That was something interesting, fellas. The other night, I finished Terminator 2 the other night for my little Arnold-a-thon on my channel. But anyway, when I watched it again, I figured why older movies back then were better was because like now, or Terminator 1 or Terminator 2, you just got the one you got the one liquid guy.
Yep.
But it's just him. Right. And he's doing all the cool shit. And I'm like, he's so threatening because of just one of him.
Yeah.
Like you look at all the stuff now and it's just like, I don't feel any fear. Like there's none, there's no wow to it, But like when I watch Terminator 2, I'm still wowed by that T-1000. I mean that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Man, just the shit he was doing. Where's Wolfie at? Wolfie's fine. I used to trip me out when I saw it in the theater. I was like, what?
Have you done Last Action Hero yet?
I got to record that one. I got to record.
That is my all-time favorite Arnold movie.
I love Last Action Hero.
It is so quotable.
Yeah. The bad guys in there.
Yeah, the bad guys are in there.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. The famous comedian Arnold Braunschweiger.
Yeah. Why are you trying to do a 180 on me?
I love that movie.
Oh man, that's a good movie. I didn't know Shane Black wrote on some of that too.
Oh, I didn't either.
Yeah, he did rewrites on that one, and who else worked on that one? There's a couple other people, but I love Last Action Hero. The Ripper.
Dude, that dude scared the crap out of me when I was a kid.
Oh man,
it was legit.
Too intense for a kid's movie.
Ice that guy. Cold fries.
Yeah.
Oh God, I love that movie. Hang on, let me check something here. Ooh, yes. Sorry. It's gonna be a Miami Lakers finals. So that's what I wanted to see.
So I'd probably say out of my Living Dead movies, I think Return of the Living Dead is probably my favorite out of that staple that I enjoy the most personally to me.
Oh yeah, for sure, me too. Yeah. It's so different too. Like the rules are different. They're intelligent somewhat. They try to explain why they're eating people. It has its merits. I just now noticed you have George Romero in the background there.
Yeah.
I am not very well. Oh, the screens were this big for a little bit, so give me a break.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do like the background decor you've been coming up with there, Corey.
Well, I'm trying to work on it, do some things. So
that's the guy from Trick or Treat, Corey, on the top shelf.
Yeah.
Sam Sam. That's my favorite segment of that movie. I so wish that movie would have took off, man, because I think that principal twist I thought was pretty good.
I loved it, like when you get like halfway in the movie and you realize that this is all going to tie together.
Yeah. And I love the fact that the principal guy was the actual vampire guy. I didn't catch that coming off. Oh, this dude is just a sick serial killer. He just been running around on Halloween night doing crazy shit. I was like,
They-
wow, that's pretty cool.
And they had the balls to kill freaking Thurman Merman.
Oh man, and that's a nasty scene, man. He just starts like, what?
That poor kid grew up looking like that too. Like
Yeah.
most people grow out of looking that dopey. He still looks like that. That is a fucking awesome Christmas movie, by the way. Bad Santa. That's a classic.
Is the second one good, guys? I never saw the second one.
No, it's not. I mean, Thurman. Like that's what I said. That's how I know Thurman Merman still looks ridiculous. But Billy Bob, you could not have casted that movie better. So I feel like that's just what Billy Bob Thornton does, and they put a Santa suit on him.
Oh my God, what was it when him and Angelina Jolie were dating?
They had those vials of each other's blood around. It just felt icky all the way around.
It did, man. Like I remember, like she sat on a motorcycle on Jay Leno, and he was like, "Hey, how you doing, baby?" And I'm like, "This is gross, man. Like this just makes me, she likes this guy. Like I don't get it. Like,
right? Like
like I was like, man, what is this like? Well,
he's extremely like Trailer Park.
Oh man, he's the real. Well, you know, it's interesting. He was talking about. I saw him on Inside the Actors Studio where he was talking about writing One False Move, and he really nailed kind of the racism of like down south, but not even so much racism like the one-dimensional racism, just the different layers of racism between cultures in the South. I think that movie is very well laid out. He wrote that very well.
You're right, and that doesn't get hit on at all in Hollywood films. Like, but it's either like the blatant racist that like you don't run into that often, right?
Right.
It's never that like veiled middle class.
Yeah.
Like, it's in that you don't see that written enough, and that's actually probably the bigger issue. Because like not Nazis, like I wouldn't say are like the issue because I haven't met a Nazi in a while. So
I met one on a college campus.
Oh no, I've met them. I don't see them on like a regular Tuesday.
Right? Yeah.
That's old Nazi Bill over there, you know.
It was crazy. I had just gotten out of math class when I was going to Wright State in Dayton, and there was a hate group on campus. And like it was just like literally like everybody's going about their business, and like the guy, he had the boots on and stuff and the suspenders, and like I was totally blindsided because I was like I think I was going to the cafeteria or something. But I remember he just walked up to me, and I'm just kind of like walking, doing my thing, and then he handed me like some pamphlet, and it said something like "burn all the colors" or something like that was what it said. And it took like.
Did he think you'd be interested? I don't know why.
I think he was trying to start a confrontation, I think was what it was. But it was like my mind was so set on the cafeteria that when I looked at the paper, I was like, is he really serious? Like it was so bizarre to me that I didn't even really get angry. I just more kind of thought like, are you really serious, bro? And then I thought to myself, like, well, I'm in college and you're sitting out here doing this. So have a nice day.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, the neo-Nazis really ruined suspenders and Doc Martens for all white people.
Yeah, I know. So that's why I was,
can't wear either one now.
I was looking at this dude. I was like, bro, like you really wore that out in public, and you're angry with me? You should be angry with yourself, bro, for coming out the house like that. Like, what the fuck,
My
man?
favorite part of it is like all white supremacists seem to come from the shallowest end of the gene pool.
Yeah.
It's like, what is supreme about you?
That's what this dude kind of looked like. Like he didn't even look like he was like intelligent. Like he wasn't even like well put together. Like didn't even have his beard shaved. I'm like, you didn't shave. I mean, did you shower before you left the house? Goodness.
That's what I'm saying. It's supremacy into the gene pool.
Yeah, like, come on, bro.
It is 2 feet deep.
I'm gonna go to the cafeteria and get some girls, man. You hang out here by yourself.
That sounds like, what is that movie with Ice Cube?
Higher Learning.
Yes.
Yeah.
With Michael starts with a, yeah. Slowly becomes a neo-Nazi.
Oh my God. And it's so, watching that movie now, the only one who feels real is Cole Hauser. He feels very real, but the rest of them kind of just feel like cartoons to me. They don't feel like very real, layered people. I think that's why I like American History X, is because it shows the dysfunction and the confusion of somebody who would make that choice. It's not just black and white. Like oh, I'm just angry, I just hate it. It shows that he made that choice because it's coming from pain.
That, you know? And I love American History X. It's a crazy good movie. But that and that scene with his dad at the dinner table, where you kind of see those seeds planted early on. It wasn't like he just met this dude and like he was turned radical. It was just it was that middle class, like veiled racism that I was talking about.
And it was planted, and then it was like it's like you see it didn't affect him, but it was there. In his father's killing,
put it over the edge. Exactly.
Right. I was like, yeah, that's a very tough movie.
The original ending to that movie is way more haunting because I think the movie now ends with he's just holding Edward Furlong and crying in the bathroom, and the movie kind of goes off. The original ending of that movie, which Edward Norton tampered with that whole production. But the original ending was he goes back home, and the last thing we see is him shaving his head again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is like a way darker ending.
Ooh, yeah. That would I think
it would have killed the message of the movie, though.
Yeah. Hey, look, guys out there, don't do this. And then, like, well, maybe you should take this up.
Yeah.
To solve your problems.
Exactly. What's up, Jake?
What's up, guys?
What's going on, man?
Good. Huh?
So you're a bit frozen right now, I think.
Oh, am I? My internet's been messed up since yesterday.
I didn't think they had internet down there in Brett County, dude. I thought y'all were still using AOL.
It ain't
nobody
good.
Be on the phone. So I see you didn't hang out with him for the 10th hour there last night.
No, I couldn't hang. He was pretty drunk too.
He was. He had like this much left in the bottle. Last I'd seen.
Yeah, I went and seen him today, and he was looking pretty rough.
He was on here a little bit earlier, and he said he had to go to bed. I don't blame him.
I knew I had to get off the stream when it was taking him like 2.5 minutes to say a sentence.
Say sentence.
He was like, "Yep." At one point, he just leaned over, just. And he's just trying to like get the room to quit spinning.
He said, me and him was talking. He said, because he said it's weird that Jess and Al was actually sober, and he's the only intoxicated one.
Al was stone cold sober.
I know.
It was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen. It was like a different person was on camera. I now know that 3 a.m. is too early for Al to drink, by the way.
He said, I'm in my car. The car is parked. Like, I don't know.
Dude, Al's gonna get a fucking DUI. Like
That's
on the stream one night. Like just going to get a sandwich.
I love the smile too. He's like, hey, the car's parked. Like,
yeah. No, one night on one of Piz's streams, like you just hear, and there goes Al, and he's got a beer with him. He's going to get a sandwich.
That was so funny. On the one, Lauren was like, you shouldn't be in the car while you're open container.
I'm telling you, dude, Al makes it. Makes it extreme. I need to know what Al's doing tonight.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, where are you, Al? Why aren't you here?
Hop on, Al. Come on. Al said, you are the funniest guy in the world. Oh God, that was so funny. Oh Lord, have mercy. Oh. I think I've never laughed so hard in my life until I started doing these podcasts, man. I mean, this world is like complete entertainment and insanity, man. The world of podcasting and YouTubing. I'm like, man, I'm so happy I joined this, man. I've never had so much entertainment in my life.
I'm just glad it's accessible for like everybody to do now. Like back when podcasting first started, like you had to have equipment.
Yeah.
Have a mixed board.
Equipment. Yeah. Shit, now you can just do it on your cell phone. I mean, like it's insane to me, man. It's absolutely insane.
The Black Sabbath T-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's nice.
Thank you.
I saw one at what's the place called? Hot Topic.
Yep.
Yeah, I was in Hot Topic the other day. That's like my staple. I shop there like all the time. I'm probably a little bit too old for Hot Topic, but
you gotta get your pop vinyls, man.
Yeah, look, I went in there and bought like a spike bracelet the other day, and I know my sister came over, and I still had the bracelet on because I'm trying to like shoot the little video thing or whatever. And my sister just stared at me while I had this spike bracelet on. She was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Sis, it's just a spike bracelet. It doesn't mean anything. I mean, you got to have a persona for the little video thing." I mean, and I wore it out to the mall, and people were just looking at me like I was psychotic. I was just like, well.
It's fine as long as you don't pair it with a chain wallet.
Yeah, oh, yes, I know, exactly. I was just like, well, I saw they had those in Hot Topic. This is not gonna. This is
pair of Jinkos.
Yeah, I'm like, this is just not a good idea at all.
Corey, you're old enough. You're old enough for Jinkos, right?
I never had any. So if Al's not going to come to us, I'm just going to bring him to us. So
there we go. Leave it up and protest until Al shows up.
There you go.
Can you still message people? I'm gonna find him on YouTube.
Oh Lord, have mercy. Oh Lord. Oh man. Oh no, I can't get that out of my head, Corey, from the other day. I just can't get it out.
That one where he was laughing. I thought he was going to stop breathing. He was laughing.
Yeah, look, and what I love is how a confrontation is going on that has nothing to do. And he's literally just over there like, "Hey man, what you talking about, man? I don't have anything to do with this, man. I don't have a problem with you." Did you see Jamie? Did you see Jamie out in the corner? You know, Jamie was just like, I was like, that was so funny. Oh my God.
Oh man.
So what were you guys talking about on that podcast last night that went on for 10 hours, 12 hours?
Shit, I don't even know. I don't even remember. I know there was like a big talk between a bunch of people about books, and Jonathan and I were just sitting there with our twiddling our thumbs.
Oh, I had to remember if I owned a book. I found one. I was like, I can read, you guys. Just so everybody knows.
Oh man, that's so funny. That was one thing I used to hate about college, man. When they go like, they send you home for homework, which is a day between your next class, and they say read chapters 6 through 10. Like logically, I can read all those chapters and get all the information.
Yeah,
that used to kill me with college. I used to just be like, really? And like half the chapter is like bullshit, you know?
Like university after high school, I was like, fuck this, I'm going to community college.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'll get my 2-year, man, then I'll get my 4-year transfer. That's screw it.
I started at community college. Like community college is like, there is no greater. How am I trying to say this? The air of don't give a fuck around the community college campus is so high between both the staff and the people attending.
You know what community college reminded me of?
What?
It was like high school with just a few less fights.
Yeah, exactly.
It got real bad when like you'd have the professor or whatever that was like, you don't have to be here. And I had one who was like, you guys don't have to come in. Like literally we'd walk in, it was my math class, and he's like, all right, do the odd number questions on these pages. The answers are in the back. If you have trouble getting to that answer, just come talk to me. And here's the test dates. And I was like, so I don't have to be here? He's like, no. Like he didn't sit in the corner and eat crackers, and you were to do problems. If you had a question, come get it. But like I was like, if I just come back for tests, are we square? He's like, oh yeah, you just come in for the test and take it, you're good.
Oh.
I'll see you in 3 weeks, dude.
You know what's even better is like when you go to like register for classes or you have to pay off that little bit of money that you owe, and you get the one older lady who's just had the worst week of her life, and she has to like re-register your classes and stuff, and that's when you know it's not gonna go well. Like, excuse me, can you explain to me more about this class? What? Like, oh my god, man. Oh man.
Basket weaving 101. What do you want to know?
Yeah. You're gonna have to go talk to financial aid about that. Like,
yeah.
Thanks for helping me out.
Go to the school bookstore and spend $482 on this textbook, please.
Yeah, hey, look, and they're gonna make a new edition when the next quarter comes or next semester.
God, that always killed me.
Oh man, I found a bunch of books in my old bedroom.
I always sold that shit back. Go ahead.
When I first got signed up for college, I was like stupid to the whole process. So I went in, they got me in some classes because I was kind of close to the start of classes. I look at my schedule. I've got a 4-day-a-week, 7 a.m. math class. Like, well, that lasted like 5 minutes. I'm dropping that shit.
Hey, look, and that was the worst when you had a class like that, and they only offer them at 7 a.m. or at least latest.
That's the only thing that's open because you waited too long to sign up. Like,
yeah, look, and it's always 8 o'clock. In which case, like the funnest stuff in the week, like when. Never mind, I'm gonna edit myself. I was gonna say something crazy, but like, all the fun stuff that goes on at night when you're in college, it's always the day before that class, so then you can just come in just hung over.
Yeah.
I used to go to class drunk many a times and just be sitting up there just like.
I wish I would have went to like a 4-year school, like away from home, just to get that experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, it turned out I didn't need to go to community college either because I don't use that. So.
So I realized right now I got into the entertainment business. What did I go to college for?
Don't use that degree.
Right.
Something to hang on the wall, I guess.
Right. Oh man. So let's. My bad, Jonathan.
Say like somebody just walk into my office, I'll hang up my diploma. Like, you have an associate's degree in criminal justice, and what are you doing? This doesn't apply here. Why'd you even hang it up?
I think it's absolutely hysterical. Like when I'm at work sometimes and I'm having conversations, and it's just funny. The assumption is always that I don't even have a degree at all. And people always kind of go like, they were like, "Well, have you thought about other plans?" I was just kind of like, "Well, damn. How do you know I don't have a plan? Like, what makes you think that?" The assumption is already I just don't have a damn plan. Like, I've got hopes and dreams. People are asses, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Hey, did anybody see Tenet yet?
No, I haven't.
Haven't seen that.
I hear it has like legitimate issues with the sound mixing. Like you can't hear the dialogue.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
That's what I hear the big complaint is.
Okay. Yeah, because I wanted to. I'm trying to think. What was the last Christopher Nolan movie before Tenet?
Dunkirk.
Oh, that's right. Dunkirk was good.
It was all right. Like it didn't. Usually, like I love Christopher Nolan movies, but Dunkirk, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I thought the way they did some of the action was kind of cool, like from the point of view of like if you're being shot at. So I thought that was cool. And I rewatched Dark Knight Rises again like a couple days ago because I wanted to rewatch that again.
I do dig Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, I know a lot of people say Batman's not in it that much. I don't catch that in that movie.
Well, I mean, Bane was just so well done.
Yeah. And the fact that Tom Hardy is so physically not large that he kind of still is a good enough actor to make him feel.
Yeah, he's shorter than us.
Yeah, he's a little dude, man.
But he got swole for that movie.
Yeah, I think he got to like 200 or something like that. Poor guy. I hope his back is all right. I was watching him do squats on that Warrior behind the scenes. I'm like, ooh, you do not know how to do squats on a barbell, buddy. You better get a new trainer, man. So how many Night of the Living Dead movies are there in the series? Are there 8, 7?
Like, well, I guess it depends on which branch you go with, Russo or Romero.
Oh, Russo. Ah, okay.
John
Yeah.
Russo, yeah. So he owns the Living Dead name.
Oh, okay.
Have you guys seen those extra scenes he did for that anniversary edition of the original?
No.
Horrible.
Didn't he produce or write? He was involved with Children of the Living Dead, wasn't he?
I don't know for sure.
I feel like because like they tried to tout that as the true sequel.
Oh God. This true sequel talk, man. Like, it's the true sequel 50 years later.
Yeah.
Stick with one timeline for everything. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm done with Halloween. I don't even care about Halloween Kills at all.
Yeah, so he was producer on Children of the Living Dead.
Okay.
Tom Savini's in that movie. Didn't know that.
Oh, he's in that one too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I think Piz was telling a story on his channel about how Tom Savini tried to get him at one of the conventions. Like, I think Piz like gave him like 100, and what he was buying was like, I don't know, $50 or something. And he said Savini just tried to keep that whole 100. Piz said Piz just said he just stood there and stared at him like, change, bro.
Yeah.
He said Tom Savini was like, oh, I don't pay any attention anyway. Sure you don't.
Yeah, sure you don't.
I was like, Piz, you should have just rock bottomed his ass right there on that damn table.
Jake, I see you're still standing your ground on the beard. I'm proud.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all letting them grow out. I just don't even shave mine anymore, bro. I don't think I've shaved in like a month, man. Every time I'm at work, all the girls are like, "Are you gonna shave?" I'm like, "Nope."
I gotta get the neck.
Yeah, you talking about when it gets like that?
Yeah,
it starts to get it gets a little itchy. Yeah, I'm trying to let mine grow all the way out. I want it to grow all the way down, and I can shape it up. But I like rocking the grimy look right now.
My facial hair grows in with the consistency of pubic hair, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. But it's bad.
You mean like the little hairy balls? Like the little?
Yeah, I'm telling you, like it's the same thing.
It's like that. Hey, that's rough. Like if they ever get rolled up and they get knotted, that's bad. That's just really bad. It's bad.
You got a pube knot?
Yeah. I thought I was the only one that got pube knots. I guess everybody gets them. You got to be gangster, man. Just pull that shit off, man.
Yeah, I get some scissors here.
Yeah.
Again, this would be the perfect place for a Manscaped sponsorship.
Exactly.
Oh,
Lord. They won't hook us up.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Wait, do they have any plans to make any more of those movies?
I guess not. I'd say it's time to leave it alone. They'll eventually remake Night of the Living Dead again. I'm surprised nobody has.
Oh, God.
You don't have to pay anybody anything.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Heck, we could all get together and make a Night of the Living Dead movie.
That's what happened with that one with Sid Haig in it, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Poor Sid Haig. They put him right on the cover, too. They were like, we're going to put you right on the cover. You just like, I can't even see the words of the movie. I just see him like, what the hell? What is this?
Yeah, they were all just hanging out one night and said, what the fuck was
this? I don't know shit about making a movie, but let's go ahead and do it, man.
Yeah. Hey, here's another drink. Come on over. Let's go film.
I met Sid Haig at a Bennigan's. I bet we can get him to do the movie.
Yeah. That's literally like how some of those movies go down. They just go like, come on over, just film. What the hell?
I was looking into one today, which I don't know how they got away with it. Have you guys heard of Escape from Tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Never seen it though.
The movie that was secretly filmed inside of Walt Disney World.
Oh, that.
How the fuck do you do that?
That's crazy. Hold on, is it like up on YouTube?
No, it's like a legit movie.
Oh, that's hysterical.
They just like secretly shot it. It's a horror movie too.
What?
Yeah, they just keep getting passes to Disney World and go back in and keep shooting.
What? Did they get sued?
I don't know what came of that. I haven't really looked into it, but I think that would be interesting.
Oh man. Especially if they could find the hidden tunnels in Disney World. That'd be even cooler. Yeah.
I'm sure they got caught a few times.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like, hey, that's when you got to nail the scene perfectly the right time.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know how they got a legit pressing of that.
Like, yeah, actually made. But I mean, think about it. What was the production budget? Still had to be high because you guys been to Disney World in a while?
Oh God.
Passes for all those people, dear God.
I mean, and how long does it take to get in Disney World? Like now, I mean, 1991, you could get in there at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I mean, good God, now, I mean, it's the same thing as going into a prison.
Yeah.
Oh God, it was. I'm telling you, literally, last time I went to Universal Studios 2 summers ago, 3, it was like Escape from New York. Like going in there, like literally take everything out take your shoes off, put it in a bucket, take your belt off. The guy came up and was like, did the scanner. I'm like, this is, man, I'm not even having fun now.
I want to go back to, I haven't been to Universal since I was a kid, but they got rid of all the cool stuff. Like the Jaws ride isn't there anymore.
Oh, Back to the Future is Transformers now.
Dude, that Back to the Future ride, like both of the 9-passenger DeLoreans went up on eBay.
What?
Yeah, shortly after they tore them down. Yeah, I was like, man, if I had the money and the space, because I rode Back to the Future so many times. I love that ride.
I wonder how much they were going for.
I know one of them went for like $30,000 or $40,000.
That's still pretty cheap for that. I mean, you could actually, man. Like, where do you put it?
You could probably piece together like that ride, like in your garage or something.
Yeah.
Just go out and ride the Back to the Future ride.
Yeah. But those weren't even good cars, though, were they? The DeLoreans, those were awful cars, weren't they?
They were slow, but they were pretty cool cars. They're really, really slow.
Oh man, I've seen one guy had one around the corner from my dad's house before he moved, and I remember I was like, that's the Back to the Future car. It was like the first DeLorean I had ever seen.
There's one for sale, like close to here in Evansville. I think they want like $50,000 for it.
Oh, got me big.
Is that the one on Facebook?
Yeah.
That's
Lux Motors or whatever.
Yeah.
If I had the money, dude, I'd be fucking stepping out at work. Just
yeah.
having a fog machine.
Oh, yeah. I'd have what is it?
I was going to say, when we go see Mick Foley, we just need to go test drive it real quick.
The ad on Facebook specifically says that it's kept off-site.
Yeah. I wonder, does it have the flux capacitor in there?
I think if you don't have it, like, you shouldn't be allowed to own the car. Speaking of which, there's a really good documentary about the cars from Back to the Future, like the screen-used cars on Hulu. I can't think of the name of it right now, but like they brought a team in because you know how Universal Studios used to be, like they used to set up movie cars everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Well, like they just deteriorate and people steal shit. Like they stole so much shit off the Back to the Future car that was in Universal Studios, which was the original hero car. Like, it was
right.
One car. And like the people that were rebuilding it just kind of like put these posts that they put it out to like everybody on the internet, like no questions asked, but if you have pieces of this car, would you please send it back to us?
Oh,
because we're trying to rebuild it like as original as we can. And they ended up getting like the flux. Somebody did send the flux capacitor back.
That's crazy.
People just roll up and steal shit off the car.
Oh, that's crazy. But you know the thing I wonder, do you think they could ever get a car to fly like that?
No.
Okay.
I mean, they could probably make it happen, but like you got to think people have. I was actually talking about this at work the other day. People have an issue with left and right. Like if you add up and down to that.
Can you just imagine the damage that would be done? Like if they actually did have flying cars like that, you get a drunk person behind the wheel of a flying car. Can you imagine?
Like your alternator goes out mid-flight. Like what do you do then?
Hey, look, can you just imagine the collateral damage like a drunk person in a flying car could do?
Oh yeah. You just be asleep one night and some dude falls through your roof in the living room. Damn drunk flyers.
Yeah, I'll be flying to the gas station.
No, but can you imagine that though? The car just comes through the front of your house and he just be in there. He just be like, "Hey,
hey everybody,
it's just a wrong turn. You got dinner made for me? Hey."
Whoops. Jetpacks are what I want.
Oh man,
I want a jetpack.
Oh, like the Rocketeer?
No, I want something a little bit more high tech than the Rocketeer.
Okay.
There's a lot of like brass valves and shit on the Rocketeer's jetpack.
Oh, that's right.
I don't trust that. A lot of explosion going on back there.
Yeah, that movie looks pretty scary now, man. Like I watched that and I'm just like, man, this dude, how the hell did he flying through the air like that? Like, I mean, like one wrong turn, man. I mean, can you imagine just in the air like that? It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. So Romero lost Living Dead, and he had to do the remake to recoup some of the money. So wait, his career was just in shambles after Return of the Living Dead?
No. I think it was just like Night of the Living Dead was so iconic and huge, and it could have been such a cash cow. And they were just trying to basically get him some money for what he created, right?
Okay.
Because he has rights to like the way I can't remember. It's a convoluted thing, but they had to split the rights down the middle. And Russo ended up with the Living Dead name, but Romero ended up with like the way the zombies look and act.
Okay.
Which is why Return is so different.
Right. And Return added the running zombies? Or did they do that in
Return added that was the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and you couldn't kill them at all in Return. Even shot to the head, whatever.
That's right.
Dismember them, doesn't work.
I love Glue Gallagher in that movie. Is that name Glue Gallagher? Clue Gallagher?
Clue Gulager.
Yeah, Clue Gulager. Yeah, Clue Gulager. I love him in that movie. I love him knocking off that tar man's head with the baseball bat. That shit used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid. I remember we all watched that as a family. When his head flew off, my dad was like, "Oh!" Never forget that, man. Never get that. Boy.
Clue Gulager is also his son John Gulager did Feast, and Clue's in those movies too, and they're pretty good. Hang on a second, guys.
Oh, that's right, because that was Project Greenlight back in the day.
Okay.
Corey, did you watch Project Greenlight back in the day?
No, I didn't see that.
That was the most depressing experience for me as a 18-year-old wanting to be a filmmaker.
Yeah.
When I just saw the realities of it, I was just like, this is so depressing. Like he was making his little horror movie, and then basically like Matt Damon, I can't remember, I think Ben Affleck popped up on that too. They basically just came through, read his script, and was like, well, the budget is $1 million, so this goes. I was like, oh, damn. Okay. It's like, well, I guess that's filmmaking for you.
Affleck and Damon produced that series, didn't they?
Yeah. Damon, one other guy, and Affleck did it.
Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, Return of the Living Dead. Do you like that better, or I always felt like Reanimator reminds me of that a little bit. Do you you see any similarities there?
Yes. Yes, with the theme of the dead and the coming back.
They're both kind of dark comedy type.
Yeah, there is that underlying, and of course with Reanimator, there's all that all that other, the death and the sex mixed together, which is just like, oh my god. I have a quick story. I never forget. Reanimator came on Encore or something like this. This is like back in like 2003 or something, and I was watching in the other room. My mother was in the other room, so the family rooms were kind of connected, and it was to the scene with the severed head in Barbara Crampton. And look, my mother's just around the corner, so all she could hear is no, no, no. And I never forget, my mother was around the corner, and she was like, "What are you watching?" And she was like, "Can you watch something else?" I was like, "Sure, Mom, I will.
As long as she stayed around the corner.
Oh yeah, she never came in. My brother showed that to me when I was 6.
Wow.
And I remember just being like, "What's he doing to her? I don't understand." Yeah, I was like,
did he drop something?
Yeah, I was just like, why is he down there? I don't understand what's happening here. That scene is so uncomfortable.
Later you'd find out.
Yeah.
Rite of passage every man must take.
Exactly. The good old days of being a teenager. It's like, which one is better though? You guys like Reanimator or Return better?
I like both.
Reanimator's grown on me a lot the more I watch it.
We got Orc up in the house.
Oh, nice.
Orc.
Hop on in, Orc, if you want. The link's there in the chat.
Yeah, we need to hear some sick rhymes, bro.
Yeah.
Yep. I need to hear what cereal's popping right now too, and
man, definitely need cereal. Oreo O's are getting old.
Oh yeah, I bought Captain Crunch last night. Captain Crunch, scary something. He was dressed like a.
Go ahead.
What's that? Oh no, go ahead.
Captain Crunch is just straight fiberglass and sugar.
Oh man. You ever see how your teeth hurt and your tongue like are sore after you eat Captain Crunch? Like
It's never a good decision.
Oh, your whole mouth is just like, oh, with all the sugar. But damn, man, when that milk gets all that soggy sugar in it, man, it's fantastic, man.
Have you guys seen the? I haven't seen the Count Chocula and that shit out yet. Have you guys seen?
No,
that?
I haven't either.
Mm-mm.
Surprised.
I was actually looking for it yesterday.
I hope they bring the Yummy Mummy back this year.
Oh yeah, the pink guy.
No, that's Frankenberry.
Oh damn.
Yeah, Count Chocula, Frankenberry, Boo Berry, the Yummy Mummy, and the Fruit Brute.
Oh, that's right. I forgot the Fruit Brute and Boo Berry. I forgot about that because I want to get them all and just put them on the shelf back here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just line them all up there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put them on the ceiling of my walls here. I wonder how that's gonna go over when people come over.
Like, damn, dude, I just want some cereal, but
do I have to
get a ladder?
Yeah. Do I have to get on a milk carton to get up there and get it?
Yeah. You know, shit stuck to the wall, Monty. How do you just open it from the bottom and hold the?
Yeah, it's like, oh, you've really gone over the edge now. Spike bracelets and you're putting cereal on the wall. Right? You really lost it, man.
Over at Monty's the other day, dude's got cereal on his walls.
Oh my god, my best friend came over yesterday. And he was just like, hey, Monty, are you all right? No, I'm not.
Man, or the eagle eye, he spotted the McDonald's cup you had.
Bingo.
Other than that, you guys get any lists together for October to watch? What's coming up early in the month for you, Monty?
I was thinking about doing actually the first movie, different choice, but I was thinking about doing Stand By Me because I think Stand By Me has horror-esque kind of things in it underneath the surface. And I know that's a King movie, so I really wanted to do Stand By Me. I thought was a pretty cool choice. And then I was thinking about doing some more obscure ones. Definitely want to do Night of the Demons because I've never done Night of the Demons on my channel. Maybe I'll do Return to Horror High because I just love to talk about how I don't understand that movie and I've seen it I don't know how many times.
Clooney.
George Clooney's first role, and I'm trying to think another one I was thinking about talking about. I might do Final Exam if I can actually sit through it again because that's a tough watch. God, that's a tough watch.
Night of the Demons is a good one just because the atmosphere is like right for Halloween.
Oh man, I love Night of the Demons.
I just watched it again a couple weeks ago. Got that Screen Factory release and had to check it out.
I never forget watching that on Showtime, way before the parental locks. And my mother didn't know I was watching it, and it got to the scene with the lipstick. Oh, God. Oh, man, that freaked me out. That freaked me out. I was like, why did she put the lipstick on her mouth and then push it into her titty? Like, huh? I was like, huh?
She didn't have her purse, man.
Yeah, it's like, we just put it right here. I was like, oh, it's so bizarre. Ugh, I love that movie.
Yeah, I've been a list of stuff to watch, but I can't remember what I've got on there so far. But
I think I have a couple things I could watch. I don't know.
I've been loving this, Friday night and Saturday night. We took a projector outside, and I'm going to definitely try to do that every weekend this month, as long as it's not frigid.
Yeah, I got a bunch of people coming over Halloween night because it's going to be on Saturday, and we're going to grill out and watch a few movies on the projector, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool.
It's got to be kid friendly though, so I can't bust out anything too good.
Yeah. I've been thinking about revisiting Rob Zombie's not 31. But I was thinking about revisiting what was it called? Lords of Salem?
Yeah.
I like that movie.
Yeah, Corey does like it. I don't.
Yeah, I thought she had a pretty good performance in that movie.
I did too.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he did something somewhat different. I'll give him that. It just didn't land for me.
Yeah. What's his style is so aggressive, which is cool for him. And I think it's, if your natural inkling is to be aggressive, to kind of contain that, is really hard. And that's what I noticed with a lot of the filmmakers who when you see there's some good stuff in there. They just need some structure. Like Michael Bay, Rob Zombie. Those are people where there's a lot of cool stuff, but there's no it just needs to be shaped up and finessed a little bit. I definitely think. Oh, I'm sorry, Corey.
No, I was just gonna say. I just watched House of 1,000 Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and 3 from Hell. I think I'm good on Rob Zombie for a few years now.
I think Devil's Rejects is his classic. I mean, I just think I don't think it's a classic, but I think it's Rob Zombie's classic. I just think that movie is. To say it's original, that's some people would disagree, but I think for him, I thought that was a pretty good. I thought it was. Yeah, I agree with that too. Paul W.S. Anderson, he's another one. But I really think Devil's Rejects is just I love that movie. I just think it's really
going back for me. I liked House of 1,000 Corpses best of the 3. So
you like Corpses more than Rejects?
Yeah, I did. Going back now, and then 3 from Hell was just pointless. It was almost a Devil's Rejects remake to me. But anyway.
And I also felt like the shocks in 3 from Hell, I wasn't at all shocked by any of that movie. Like Devil's Rejects, I remember when it got to that hotel scene, I was kind of that kind of rattled me. That rattled me because I thought that the movie was going to be violent, but I didn't know they were really going to push that side of it. And I was like, okay, this is real, But 3 from Hell just it was cool to see everybody act, but it just didn't do anything for me, really.
That was extremely pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you like clowns? Ain't we fucking funny?
Yeah.
Oh
man,
national treasure.
I like both those, the first two, but and I like Lords of Salem for what it's worth, but the rest of this stuff is,
You know, I'm curious. There's an original version of House of a Thousand Corpses, isn't there?
Yeah, kinda. There's a work print that got leaked way before the movie was officially released.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's still.
It's not that much different, but yeah, you can find it anywhere.
Ah, okay. Because I know he said they had to cut a lot of stuff. I'm like, well, how much did they have to cut?
No, none of that's in there, but there's just a couple. I mean, there might be a couple scenes that are different, but
Okay.
But like that's how I saw the movie before it officially released, because it was done like 2 years beforehand at Universal.
Right before Lionsgate got it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I remember seeing the previews for House of a Thousand Corpses when Universal had it. I remember, and then I remember it just never came out. And I was like,
yeah, but the work print version has Universal at the beginning of the film.
Oh wow! Oh, I got to seek that out, man. That's crazy. That's nuts. So I picked up some more T-shirts from Piz's site. What did I just get? I got a Friday the 13th Part 2 T-shirt, a USA Up All Night T-shirt, and I think I got a Charles Bronson T-shirt and a Brandon Lee T-shirt.
USA Up All Night.
Oh yeah, USA Up All Night. That's a show. I want to do a show about that. USA Up All Night.
It's sad that there's no more of that, like anything like that. There used like coming up. I remember there's USA Up All Night, Monster Vision, and AMC did something like in the 2000s, like Monster Mania or something like that.
That is right. I forgot about that.
And that was every Friday night, like throughout the year. They'd run horror movies till like 3 a.m.
Oh man,
I saw a lot of stuff for the first time that way.
I miss those days, man. That was how I got exposed to a lot of horror films. Was not even just video and cable, but just the regular channels back then.
Yeah.
They man, I remember I saw, what was that movie called? Nightmare Summer Camp from back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember that one.
Yeah,
I don't know that, but it sounds great.
Yeah, it's because you remember that one, Corey, where they overthrow the summer camp.
I think it's summer.
Yeah, that's what it was called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like the kid gets the gun and he overthrows. It's a mutiny and they like take over the whole summer camp.
It's been a while.
Oh yeah, I know. The only thing I remember there's some fight scene at the end where a kid gets knocked over the bridge, and I remember at the time I thought it was The Matrix. And like when I see the clips on YouTube, I'm like, wow, this shit looks trash. like it's so choreographed, like I'm like, oh, this looks so fake.
Has that been released on like a legit Blu-ray or anything?
I'm looking it up right now. Summer Camp Nightmare, Blu-ray.com.
What's his name from? No, okay.
I still got my VHS copy.
Yeah,
you said you still got yours?
VHS is the only way you can get it, it looks like.
What's it going for? Like $45 or $50?
$44.99.
Is it? Ah! That was just a guess. I figured it was something crazy like that. Oh my god! Hey, and I'll probably buy it too.
Summer Camp Night.
I knew someone that had that on a DVD from like that VHS PS or something.
The tagline is Meatballs meets Lord of the Flies.
Oh my god, that's a correct assessment. I think it's PG. I think it's PG-13, but it's a 1980s PG-13, so it's a hard PG-13.
There's with some good music in it too. I don't know if you guys remember like the band that's in the movie. They got that song. It's like beef, bologna.
What? beef, bologna.
Yeah. It's like they're, I think they're like when they're in the camp and they're doing the talent show part, and there's this like kids and they're in this rock band and they sing this song, and that's the only part I remember.
Wow.
The clip's probably on YouTube.
And wait, so they say the chorus is beef, bologna?
Yeah.
Oh wow! If there's not symbolism there.
Oh, it's a pretty. I think it's like meant to be a pretty sexual song.
Yeah, it's like hey, beef, bologna. You put that shit on a guitar with a bunch of drunk kids, man.
Guys, I'm stuck in an Amazon rabbit hole. There's stuff on sale.
Are you gonna buy that, Jonathan?
I'm not gonna buy that, but there's all kinds of stuff on my list that are on sale right now. So
I know, like the other day I saw Rapid Fire with Brandon Lee, and I was like, I'm gonna have to buy this. I'm gonna have to buy Rapid Fire. Gotta get that. I love Rapid Fire.
Tales from the Hood's on sale again.
Oh, I just bought that. Yeah, I bought that from actually I bought it. I shouldn't have did it, guys. I know better than this, but I bought it from Barnes and Nobles. I know way better than that. But you know, I didn't feel like ordering it online. You know, Barnes and Nobles, and I bought the Prince of Tides last night too. Criterion edition.
Corey just got Tales from the Hood for free.
Yeah.
Don't get it.
Yeah. Well, what happened is it went on sale on Amazon. I ordered that and ordered something else, a mask for my daughter for Halloween.
Oh,
like never showed up. It just kept showing that it was ready for shipping, but never shipped out. So after so long, Amazon said, "Well, we'll refund you what you paid." You know. So I went with that option. They refunded me. Next day, it shows up. So,
yeah, that was like a week ago. I accidentally bought 2 copies of Avenging Force with Michael Dudikoff, and I was just like, yeah, I was just like, how the hell did I get 2 of these? And I was like, oh, I don't feel like having them come and pick it back up, so I sold it to not buybacks, but half price books. Oh yeah, what an offer I got! I was like,
$1.95.
Oh, bro, $2.50. I was like, what? I'm like, wait a minute, for Avenging Force, this obscure movie on Blu-ray with a commentary, $2.50. Not even at least $9? Yeah. I'm like, come on, man. Yeah. I think that's like one of Dudikoff's best movies from the 80s. That's really underrated.
Oh, speaking of trading stuff back in, Corey, you know I sent you that picture of I bought one of those Second Charles 50 DVDs and Blu-ray mystery boxes for $25.
Yeah.
I took out what I wanted, and then I took the rest of it to Super Mega Replay.
Yeah.
You guess how much they gave me?
Oh, $3.
$15, but it was like 50 movies.
Now, you know, fellas, that's a question. Okay. Because I know Lauren talks about this a lot on his channel, about physical media dying, right? Which this is true. We know physical media is dying. But for all of us who have the collections that we have and all this stuff, how much do you think we could actually get for our collections? Do you think they would probably try to, you know, screw us?
Oh, yeah. Like, there's like, I could pick out a handful of things that I could get like a like decent amount of money for out of my collection. And the rest of it would be like, we can't take this.
You know, it's mind-boggling. I had some movies before I moved down here. So I sold a couple back at buybacks in Cleveland before this buybacks closed. I was like, I'll just sell them back. So I sold them like Lethal Weapon, a bunch of well-known titles I sold back to them. Got very little for those movies, right? And I sold them a copy of this Jamie Lee Curtis movie called Love Letters that, you know, I had to buy offline when I was like 20-something years old because I heard about Love Letters and I was like, oh, Jamie Lee Curtis has a lot of love scenes. How much does it cost? Oh, okay, well, let me go ahead and order that. So I had it ordered. And when I sold that thing to buybacks, they gave me, I swear, they gave me like, what was it? They gave me like $12 for that thing. Like, they gave me a lot of money for that. I was shocked. And Love Letters is a horrible movie.
Every once in a while,
yeah, Oric's saying they'll give you like $5 for a box set. I bet it's less than that around here.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I'll go through my collection and just kind of see what's out of print. And if I don't like watch it religiously, I'll just throw that shit on eBay. I have made like a decent amount of money doing that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I kind of contemplated that. I was like, man, because I'm not gonna be able to keep all of this stuff, man. I was like, so maybe I might as well just start selling them online to like other collectors and stuff.
Yeah, if you can find stuff that's like out of print, I mean, you can do pretty good.
Yeah, I know Cam does that too. I think Cam kind of sells his stuff to people online sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's something like I don't really like, I found another copy of Near Dark on Blu-ray at a flea market for $3.
Oh wow!
And yeah, like I sold it for like $50 on eBay. So if you can do that, like I sold my Dawn of the Dead Blu-ray, my Phantasm DVDs when those went out of print, because it's all coming. It's going to come back.
Oh yeah,
You might as well make the money on it now.
It's just this is one big rotation.
Made a small fortune on Rad.
No, did you? Oh man. Yeah, this physical media thing is crazy. I've been waiting for a special edition of The Exterminator. The kind of the Death Wish kind of clone from the early 80s. I don't
They're putting that out, I think.
Oh, are they really?
I think they are.
Oh man, I love The Exterminator, man. Matter of fact, I should do that for Halloween too, because that's kind of a horror movie, kind of.
Yeah.
Little bit.
What? How do you? Let's go on YouTube stuff here for a second. How do you guys feel about there's reviewing movies on YouTube, and then there's the side that seems to do a lot better, where you're still, I guess, reviewing it, but you're basically running down the entire synopsis of the film and splicing in scenes. How do you guys feel about that? Is this something you ever wanted to try? Or?
Yeah, thought about it. By the way, Monty, they're putting out the Beastmaster. Sorry.
Oh, it's the Beastmaster. Okay. Oh, I've got a story about the Beastmaster, but I'll wait. No, you know what, Jonathan? I'm not a particular fan of watching those videos. I guess my whole thing is for me, I don't like to. Well, I don't know. I kind of like the way all of us kind of do it. We really dive into it. You know what I'm saying? We not just on the plot level. We dive into the behind the scenes, the symbolism, and really go through every aspect of the movie. That's more the part that I like. I see some people when they kind of just go through the movies. And I guess that's cool for them, but I don't enjoy it for my own self. I really like to hear other people kind of really intellectually dissect the movie. I really love that.
I was just saying, those seem to do better. Look at Dead Meat with the kill count. I mean, that's really just it's a Cliff Notes channel, really. I mean, you can basically watch a movie in 15 minutes.
You know, the biggest problem I have with that is I'm really fucking lazy. So,
yeah, it's how long would that take?
I don't even want to think about it.
There for a while in my videos, I'd try to put up pictures of the scene that I was talking about, and that takes too long.
Bro, I'm telling you, it was funny. I was just talking to my dad the other day as I got off work the other morning, and I was having some technical problems with my computer, so I didn't get my Arnold video out last night. So I had to push it back a couple days, but technical problems. What can you do? Yeah. But I know my videos, I think I get them down to about maybe 7 or 8 minutes, maybe 9 at the most. But I'm noticing even it's interesting when you dive really in. You're right, Jonathan, is I'm finding that I showed it to my dad and other people, and they just they're not into it. You know what I mean? I don't know whether it's because it's the movie or what, but when I cut it down to 7 minutes, they're in. And I'm I don't get that, man. But then again, same people I don't think have the same love that we have for it. You know what I mean?
Because I'll sit and get caught up in a 2-hour video someone's done, like a past live stream that I missed or something.
Yeah.
I'll just sit there the whole damn 2 hours and waste the night.
YouTube is really cutting into my movie watching.
It is.
The first thing I do now, when I get home from work, is I sit down on the couch and I'll pull up YouTube.
Yeah.
And then I look down, I'm I gotta go to bed. I was and the whole day I'd be when I get home, I'm gonna watch Shivers. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then I get home and I sit there and oh well, damn, I've watched a live stream.
Yeah.
Same thing.
That was damn, what was I watching the other day? So when my best friend came over, I found some new channel on YouTube. Oh yeah, I know exactly what it is. It's called Bikini Model 55 Plus. So
that's a good channel.
I know. That's why I was look, I came across it by accident because I watch all the bodybuilding channels. But if you watch the bodybuilding channels and the bikini hauls or whatever, it kind of just connects you to all of them. Yeah. And I saw this said bikini try on 55 plus, and I was damn, she's 55 years old. Wow. Jeez.
And then you're stuck in that rabbit hole, right?
Exactly.
Dude, those bodybuilding videos are like, I got lost in that rabbit hole for a while, like before Rich Piana died.
Oh yeah.
I don't exercise at all, but but I'd watch Rich Piana talk about it forever because like I was like, this dude's gonna like his heart's gonna explode any second now. And sure enough, there it went.
And you know, it's a trip. Like I go to the Arnold when it's here, right? And when you see some of those guys in real life, it's pretty shocking because I kind of go like, is that like comfortable? Like when you go to like, is it cool? Like when you go to the bathroom, like if you have to, you know, like turn or like, you know, like seriously, like one dude I saw him, I was just like how do you like turn? Like, you know, it's just
here in the guy from the guy who has the world bench press record lives in Owensboro, and he's a really cool guy. And I see him all the time, but he is the largest human being that I've ever seen in my life. Like I've never felt smaller. I'm just like, oh my god, because he's gonna break 800 pounds. He's gonna bench 800 pounds.
Oh god,
soon.
Al just watched Howling 5. Said it was great. Al, get your ass in here. Here's the link. Just posted it.
Al, were you serious about the Howling 5 being great?
And by the way, who are all these chicks?
Yeah,
Al. We need context.
I'm gonna need you to come on and tell the story behind that.
Al has a harem of young girls.
Yeah. They're all like 20.
Yeah.
I met this chick last night, y'all, and it was funny because so I asked her how old she was, and she was like, I'm 21. And then I looked at her and I said, how old do you think I am? And she was just like, oh, you're like 29, aren't you? And I was like, well, how about you double that by 10?
So what happened was when I was watching you guys watch the Night of the Living Dead, my Wi-Fi was messed up. So I took a drive in my car and I parked like nearby my house, and I was looking for a horror movie to watch. So I watched Howling 5. You know, like when they're in the castle.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, it was great, man. He got me at the end, like because I didn't know who the werewolf was. I thought it was that Count guy. It's just such a good movie, Howling 5, man. The everything about Howling 5 was great, you know. So if you guys, I'm sure all you guys seen it, but if you haven't seen it, go watch Howling 5. I love it. How many did it make? Was it 6 or 5? Is there another one?
There's
7, aren't there?
There's
7 Howlings. Well, I gotta check them out. But long story short, no, that picture was from about a year and a half ago. I was at a nightclub, or no, it was 2 years ago. I was in a nightclub in New Jersey, and it was on Valentine's Day. I went with a couple of friends, and there was like all these girls there dressed like that, and I was like, I went up to one of the girls. I'm like, "Who are you girls? Like, what are you?" We're like, "Oh, we're the Valentine's Day girls. We're just giving out like samples of some alcohol and stuff like that." I was like, "Hey, can I get a picture?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure, come on." They're all like touching me. I was like, "All right." So I told my friend, I said, "Hey, snap it." And I just think it's a cool photo. You know, I didn't hit on them. I mean, they were working. I'm not going to sit there and like they're all about business, but you know. So that's
the most disappointing thing.
Huh?
Hey, can I get your number? It's like, oh, I'm sorry.
Monty, I wanted to, man. I really did. But you know what? It just. I mean, there was other girls at the bars and girls dancing. It was just kind of like, you know, and other men wanted to take pictures with them too. You know what I mean? So, but I was just like, and I was like, man, you know, that's a cool picture. Plus, I was like all dressed up, you know, because I'm at a nightclub. So I'm not wearing any horror shirts or boots or anything like that. You know, I'm wearing dress shoes, dress shirts. So I don't know. It was just a good picture. And yeah, man. So that's the story behind that. You know, I'm pretty sure they were all over 18, though. I'm pretty sure about that. You know,
full disclosure.
Oh man. But the Living Dead that you guys had today, that was awesome. Like I said, I wanted to finish watching the whole thing, but my fucking Wi-Fi was just messing up, man. But it was, you know, Living Dead's a classic, man. You know,
That's a great
so
movie.
how often do you guys do like these live things, watch-alongs?
We're doing this every other weekend now until
Every other weekend, okay.
so.
Okay, that's awesome. And you know what I like too with you guys, you know, you guys commentate, you know, talk, but also you could see the movie. So you're sitting there, I'm watching the movie with you guys, and everybody's, you know, chipping in. Like some other channels, like people watch the movie, but they don't put it up on screen, and it's just like it's annoying, you know.
We can only do public domain stuff. Is the crappy part.
Yeah, but that's awesome, man. You know, so and yeah, Tim had to go early. You know what, like oh man, Monty, yesterday I tried to get on. I think I had some errands to do. Tim started at 8:00, and I went to my friend's house. I did some errands, and then as I'm driving back, I pull in my driveway, and I'm like, you know what? I get notification. I'm like, okay, oh, that's right, yeah. It was a reminder, so I'm like, let me hop on, but I couldn't hop on. He had 8 people already on his show, and so I was just a spectator. But then I went in the house, I took a nap, and then I woke up, and I'm like, let me see what's going on. I'm like, should I watch a horror movie, or let me see who's, you know, talking, or who, if anybody's, you know. And I sign on YouTube, and Tim's still going. I'm like, no way. He was still going. I couldn't believe it.
That's right.
It was
after I left. I forgot. Yeah. It went.
Yeah, but it must have been like a long time. I don't know, or maybe it was right after you left. I don't know, or it could have been just a coincidence. But dude, Monty, I'm telling you, I came. Corey was still on. Slaughterport. He came on. Like I think, yeah, he was on. And Griffin was on there, the guy with the sunglasses.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he's cool as shit. And Tim was on
all 9 hours.
Dude, yes, dude, it was 9 hours. I looked at the time, and I was still talking to them. They had, you know, Corey fell asleep. I could tell. I was sitting back there, and Corey's like this in the chair. you know, I could tell like he was. I think he was asleep. I don't know. Maybe he just looked like it. But we were just still going. But my battery was dying, so it just cut off, and then that was it, man. And then they ended it like 5 minutes later. But man, that's hard dedication, man. Because we were just bringing up subject after subject and just, you know, talking about it, and it was just great.
That means that Griffin live streamed for like 14 hours or something. He was on Lauren's channel that afternoon.
Griffin has a channel?
No, Griffin was on Lauren's stream earlier.
Oh yeah.
So he like 12.
Oh yeah, man. He must have been. Oh my god. Because after Lauren's, I took a nap, man. That was like 3 hours. I was drinking too. You know, other people were. Yeah, man. Other people were drinking too. So I was just pretty much I had to take a nap, and then I had to do some errands. But yeah, Griff was just going, man. Just like that's dedication, man. That's hard dedication, man. He was just going, and you know, it was fun times though, man. I gotta find it. I tried to look him up on does he have a YouTube page?
Yeah,
you guys
I don't think so.
No, he doesn't have a YouTube page.
I didn't think he did, but
okay.
Yeah, I was gonna subscribe. I don't know, but yeah, man, it was a good time.
By the way, Al, thanks for the sub.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely, dude. Like I said, I didn't even know you guys had a channel. I didn't even know Jonathan knew you. You know, because I seen you, Corey, a couple times on Lauren's stream, and I think Piz's. But I didn't know you guys knew each other, and I didn't even know. And I knew Monty from Piz's stream, but I didn't know you guys, like all three of you guys, had like a channel. That's pretty cool, man.
That's just Monty just comes and hangs out, but me and Corey, we met through.
So you guys do like what Christian Hannah Horror and Andrew pretty much do, the Firefly Family Podcast.
No, yeah, kind of.
Kind of like that. Okay. Oh yeah.
No, Corey messaged me because he saw he wasn't on the stream that night, but I was on one of his streams, and I'd mentioned where I'm from, and Corey doesn't live far from there, so we started a podcast together.
Yeah.
Hey man, hey man, you know, as long as it's horror and you know, it's awesome. You know, like I said, and just like I said, man, it's just fun times. That's it. I don't know. What are you guys talking about now?
Nothing in particular. Just bullshit.
Yeah. Well, I think the cool thing, Al, is the fact that what I was saying to Corey and Jonathan earlier is how you remember back in the day there was no stuff like this. So it's the fact that we have this outlet,
of course,
and it's mind-boggling to me that there are these kids that are 20 and they're talking about Jason and stuff, all the shit we grew up on with, and it's cool. Which I distinctly remember being 15 years old in the cafeteria talking about Scream and Face Off, and people looking at me like I was a complete lunatic.
Monty, bro, speaking of you just said cafeteria and Scream, and I'm going to give you an example because it just popped in my head as soon as you said those two words. Scream 2 came out when? Scream 1 was 96, 2 was 98 or 97?
97.
97. So, opening night of Scream 2, I was in the cafeteria at my high school, and everybody, no joke, was wearing Scream masks because everybody was planning to go to, it was 2 local theaters that night to see Scream 2,
I remember the nights I saw Scream 2. Actually, I saw Scream 1 and Scream 2 opening night. I think Scream 3 I waited a few weeks after that opened because I didn't care anymore. But but I remember the opening night of Scream 2. I mean, the line was out the mall because I saw it in the mall. It was out the mall. The line was so long.
Yeah.
I remember when we finally got in the theater, it literally was like the Jada Pinkett scene in the film. People were running.
Yeah. Dude,
people were running
here.
up and down the aisles with Ghostface masks on. It was,
absolutely, man. It was the same. It was the same way. I'm surprised I didn't get dressed. I think I had a Scream shirt on, but I didn't. And then all the ushers and everybody had the Scream mask. Dude, I was kind of freaked out. I was freaked out because I was still underage, but I got somebody. Me and my friends, we knew somebody who can get us alcohol. So I went in there drunk, dude. I'm like, holy shit. I'm sitting around looking around when the kill happened. I'm looking around it really freaked me out, man. I'm looking around making sure nobody's trying to kill me. In the theater.
You know what's wild about that? When I watched that,
and I was stoned. I was stoned too, dude. I was freaking out. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. But at the same time, when Jada Pinkett got killed, or I think it was after the bathroom knife scene through the stall.
Omar Epps,
Omar Epps. Yeah, I'm like, dude, it was, man. Same thing with H2O 98, man. Same thing. I went in there. We my friends, we went in the parking lot. Everybody smoked, we smoked a couple joints, went in. I was stoned, man. I got my ticket. I walk in. There was a greeter. He had a Michael Myers, and everybody's walking around Michael Myers masks and stuff. And I'm all excited because, it was the last movie I seen was it was 3 years since I seen Halloween 6 in the theater, which I seen opening night, but it was different because I didn't smoke weed at the time, so I was just it's a different experience, man. Weed and horror put you in the zone, man. I'm like, yes, and then H2O started, and then the opening scene, and with the hockey puck, and I'm like, holy shit, and then it was just, man, the 90s were so fucking great, and that's what we were talking about yesterday, guys. Monty, we were talking about yesterday, on Tim's stream, how much the 90s were just so much better, man. Even Halloween, man. I used to go to Halloween parties. They used to be drinking games, people getting stoned, dodging for apples or whatever that game is called. In my neighborhood, people used to throw Halloween parties. Kids used to come around. People used to open up their garages and set up all these like caves and Halloween decorations where the trick-or-treaters have to go through before they get candy. You don't see that shit anymore, man. Now it's just for us horror fans, it's different. Okay, we find things to do Halloween. Yeah, there's Halloween parties, but but it's different with us horror fans because it's an actual meaning to us, man. We grew up loving it. You know what I mean? We do conventions. We're into it. You know what I mean? but it's still not the same though, man.
That's my favorite time of the year, man. I mean, I love October. October is my
me too,
my
man.
birthday is the month of October too.
Yeah, me too. On the 18th.
Oh, mine's the 5th. Mine's the 5th.
Yeah.
Are you
what's up?
1981?
83.
You're 83. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. I'm 81. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like I remember, I don't know, weed and horror is a whole nother level because I remember
oh man,
my buddy having some super weed when we were like 19 and Cherry Falls was on the USA Network. And we happened to be going over this chick's house and I had never heard of Cherry Falls. And I remember the reveal that Jay Moore was the killer. Watching that stoned was like it really freaked me out. But like when I watch Cherry Falls now, I'm like, that's okay. But like stoned?
Yeah, dude, I know, dude. I remember the first time I seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre stoned.
Oh,
you know, and that was my first time watching it. But my first time watching it stoned, I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, here we go. I'm like, dude, whole nother experience, man. Like, dude, you felt it was just crazy, awesome. But it was just you notice things. You're like, man, it was just. But I guess the moral of the story is, man, just the 90s are just so much better. Like, I just miss the 90s, man, like with horror and Halloween season, and, I don't know, man. I just, things are just so much better back then when it came to horror,
Yeah.
I don't know. But
I actually really like Urban Legend.
Oh
yeah. Yeah. Like
I like
the Faculty, Urban Legends, all those movies, man. Not 90s were great. But you know what? Like I said, those are years just the what?
Phantoms.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben Affleck was in that.
Ben Affleck, you were the bomb in Phantoms, yo.
That's right. Oh, Lee Schreiber. What's his name? Cotton Weary. He was in it too.
Liv Schreiber.
Yeah. The Cotton Weary guy. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like a little necrophiliac in that movie.
Oh, speaking of some Scream 5 news, just in case you guys haven't heard, apparently, Selena Gomez is going to be in Scream 5, and apparently she might be the opening kill, first one to get killed. Yeah, Selena Gomez, Halloween 5, because they look like in '96. Drew Barrymore was the first victim, and then Scream 2, Jada Pinkett. So they're like trying to keep like the celebrity cameo thing going. I don't know, but I just hope it's good, man. I really hope it's like, because 4 I wasn't a big fan of. 3 wasn't bad, but 2 I liked, and 1, I want it to be. I don't know, man. I'm excited. I just hope it's not too like too cheesy, too Hollywood. You know what I mean? I guess if that's the right term, man. Because
there's nothing they're going to be able to do with Scream 5 that's going to make me like it. I can't think of a way to make it good. Like,
I mean, I think where else could they go with it?
That's what I'm saying.
Thing,
these characters are in this position again.
Yeah.
I mean, and how's Nev Campbell's character going to sustain this whole movie? I mean, for a 5th time.
As time goes, it's filming now, man. North Carolina.
Even if they kill all the originals, it's way too late, like to do anything new with it. Like it's.
Yeah.
I think Nev Campbell has to be the killer.
Yeah.
Or Dewey or some. I don't know. Like I don't know what they're gonna do. Maybe they'll bring somebody back from the past. That there's been talks. Who knows? I just hope they get. I just hope it's good, because if it makes good money, it's going to continue on.
It's not going to make good money.
Let's say.
I don't think it's going to make like Halloween 2018 type of money, but I think it might do good. Especially depending, they're not releasing on Halloween, so it's going to be January 14, 2022. I mean, it could. It depends. Like, if they bring, okay, Selena Gomez is in it. That's going to bring people to the theater, and Nev Campbell coming back, and depending how the trailer looks. I mean, like I said, time will tell. Like, right now everything is just, until I see more pictures or a poster or a trailer, you know, like I said, it's just, you know. Now, John, you said you're not. There's nothing that's going to make you like it, but are you still going to see it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to see it. Like,
okay.
I mean, I'm
you
going
have
to watch
to, man.
it.
Yeah, you have to.
I'm this
you know.
far into it. I'm just saying that, like, that's not an easy movie to keep. That's not an easy franchise to keep going because your killer.
Yeah.
It would have been better. You'd have been better off if you kept bringing back the same killer. Honestly,
Right.
It'd be an easier thing to keep making movies of. But like I've said this like 30 times on like live streams. At what point do you have to ask what the fuck has Sidney Prescott done to all these people that they're gonna keep killing?
I'm with you, man.
Like maybe,
or was it her? Was it her mom? Because remember the backstory. Apparently, her mom, you know, from part one, slept with her dad, and then they got a divorce because of that, and she ruined her mom. Cindy's mom ruined family. I mean, I don't know. You're right, John. You're right. There's, you know, it's going to be interesting to see like what comes out of it, man. Like what plot they have planned. What, you know, I don't know. I'm just excited, like, you know, because I've always been a Scream fan. You know, and
I love the original Scream.
Yeah, I mean, I love the original Scream, you know, and I love Scream 2, 3, and 4, like I said, you know, but I'm still a fan, and I'm just curious to see now, what is it? It's been 10 years since part 4, you guys? 10 years?
I bet it has, yeah.
Yeah.
2011.
2000. So it's going to be interesting to see, like what happened, like what's going to, you know, like, I'm just curious.
Somewhat Scream related. Has anybody? All right, the guy that played Officer Doofy in Scary Movie.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen where he's been like he's like in character as Doofy? Okay, like dressed up with everything, running around like Targets and stuff, reminding people to like social distance. It's fucking hilarious.
What?
Is it on? Is it on YouTube? I got to look it up.
I saw it on Facebook. Like he's not even filming it. Like people that see him film it.
What?
So, like, yeah, that's what that dude's doing. Yeah.
Does he have the vacuum?
That's crazy, man.
I'm cleaning my room.
I never forget when I first saw that. That was the first time when I learned that scenario of a vacuum cleaner and other purposes. I was like, really? That logically, I was just like, how does that even become an enjoyable experience? Like,
long story short, Monty bought a Dyson right after he saw that.
Yeah.
Never lose his suction.
Oh man!
Look, that in American Pie. You guy gave me some ideas.
American Pie, yeah.
Them knots, man.
American Pie.
Was that Jonathan?
That's where the knots are coming from.
Yeah.
You know what? You know, I know I have a problem because I'm a fat ass, and I would eat the pie instead of trying to.
I love that scene in American Pie. Like, just hard cuts to Jim and his dad just staring at the pie, and it's destroyed. We'll just tell your mother we ate it.
That first movie is so funny, man. I never forget renting that from Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Man. When it got to the scene,
that's a classic.
When he put the what is it, the stuff to make him shit.
X-Lax?
Yeah, he put the X-Lax. And you just see his feet go like that. Oh, that killed me, man. But I was thinking, but you know what? I will say, I think Scream 2 was plausible in the fact, not Roseanne's sister. That part is the part I hate. But the part of the film student guy wanting to duplicate what happened in the first movie, I was like, okay, that would make sense that somebody crazy would do that. But then when you put in Aunt Becky or Roseanne's sister, that's the part of the plot of Scream 2 that I just hate. I hate that part.
That's why it's so hard to keep making those movies. Is you have to keep coming up with reasons for people to want to kill Neve Campbell and her friends.
Yeah,
it worked the first time and probably the second time. The third time it was like, what? And the fourth time you're like, why? And now it's just going to be like, okay, maybe she deserves it. Like, people don't say the same shit for 30 years if it ain't true, I guess. Like,
well, on the bright side, it's going to be cool to see Neve Campbell in Scream 5 as a grandma. So that'll be
Exactly.
How
Yeah.
old is she?
I don't know.
Yeah, she still looks great. She still looks good. I mean,
She's
she
always
does
grandkid.
conventions.
Yeah. She's at the Springwood retirement home.
Yeah, she was at Whorehound here, and I
Yeah,
missed her, man. I was disappointed, man. I really wanted to meet her and get her autograph.
Guys, I hate to do this, but I got a kid to put to bed. She's freaking out on me. So it's been real. Thanks for stopping by.
yeah, man. Have a good night, John. Have a good night, man.
Jake, Corey, I'll see you guys.
All right, Jonathan. Holler at you later, man. Yeah, but
my internet is just crap. But Monty, what's the closest convention to you? Indy. That's Indianapolis, right? Horror?
yeah, Indianapolis.
Okay.
And sometimes they do it here, sometimes in Columbus, sometimes.
Okay, that's Horror Hound, right? Columbus,
Yeah,
Ohio?
sometimes they do them there.
Okay.
Yeah. Or Cincinnati.
See, the ones I do is I just pretty much do the closest to me. I think like every 2 years they have Comic-Con. It's down at the Philadelphia Convention Center and Wizard World. I do that, but it depends, man, because it's so fucking expensive, dude. For a photo op or an autograph, it's like because the people that they get there, they're just like they charge like $200 sometimes. It's crazy, but it's still cool to just walk around and you see all the cosplay and the costumes and everything. Otherwise, like I usually do Monster Mania. That's only 20 minutes for me. It's in New Jersey.
Okay.
Lauren's familiar with that. And then there's one that's like 2.5 hours away in upstate New Jersey. It's called Chiller Theater. Now, Chiller's they're really good. They get guys from stars from like the 70s, 80s, like sitcom shows, like the A-Team and stuff like that. Like those type of people, they'll get there. And I've never been to. There's one in Atlantic City. I think it's been new for a couple of years. I haven't been to that one yet, but I want to go. And you know what? Like earlier when we were watching Night of the Living Dead, like me living in Philadelphia, I'm only 6 hours from Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh every year they host like the Walking Dead con or something or museum or some kind of thing like that. And I always want to go, but it's just like 6 hour drive, man. Like I'm just like I don't know.
I know sometimes. Well, I mean, I've only been to one so far, but I know everybody. That was a pretty good lineup at the one that I went to. But I met. I think I only got 2 autographs. I did Chris Sarandon from Fright Night because my mother loved that film and she loves Chris Sarandon, so I got that for her. And then I did Shannon Elizabeth from American Pie.
You got Shannon. She was. How much did she charge you? Was it 100?
No. She didn't charge me 100. She charged me, I think I remember it was 60.
60. Okay, yeah, dude, that's how much she was at Monster Mania. And listen, she's fucking hot. But listen, I mean. It's not like I'm gonna eat her pussy or she's gonna suck my dick. You know what I mean? I mean, let's be real here, man. And she was good to look. She was good to look at. I was gonna go up there, but I didn't. I just like what? I'm not just gonna say hi and not get nothing. I'm just like I don't know. So I was just like I'm not paying $60, but I think she was charging more than that at Monster Mania. I think it was like 100. Yeah, because one of my friends went up there. He's like, "Oh man, Shannon Elizabeth, I'm gonna get her autograph and then get a picture." And I was like, "Go ahead, man. I'm gonna look at some stuff. Call me, when you're ready." And then I'm like 20 feet away. I was looking at some vendor tables, and I'm like, "I'll come over. I'll snap the picture. That's no problem, dude."
Right.
And he comes back like 2 minutes later. I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, "Man, she wanted $100. Fuck that for $100. I better stick my dick in her." You know what I mean? I was like $100. I'm like, that's crazy. I was like, and you know what, Monty? She didn't have nobody there. There was nobody at her table, man. Like people were probably just like $100. Like, okay, yeah, you're hot. You're American Pie. $100. Like,
When I went over to her table, actually there was nobody over there. It was her and her.
There was nobody there. Same thing with Carl Weathers and I said hi to him, but I didn't get his autograph. He was charging like I think 100 or 80 or something. He didn't have nobody at his table either.
What? He didn't have anybody at his table?
No, Carl Weathers. Yeah. Yeah. I was going to get a Predator, but right now, I mean, my autograph days was from like 2005 up into 2013. And since then, when I go to conventions, mostly I'll just go up, I'll shake their hand. Sometimes I'll get a picture. If they charge, cool. Listen, they got to make money. It's a business. I get it. And some of them are not, and some of them don't charge. I'll just be like, hey, get a picture. I'll talk to them a little bit if they're not busy, like for a minute or two. And, and then the hotel has a bar. So sometimes if you see them around, they'll remember seeing you or, and they're cool. Some people are like very cool, like very like down to earth, very friendly, but like since 2013, I haven't really, I just usually go just for like the atmosphere, man, just to walk around, look at the vendor rooms, see all like mostly I get pictures with people dressed up, man. You should, Monty, notice you've been there, and Corey and Slaughterport. I don't know if you guys been at a horror convention, but some of these fucking people get dressed up so good, man. There's this one guy I got a picture of. He had a Predator outfit, and he was a tall guy. He was maybe like 6'3". Man, it was so good. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, dude, can I get? I'm like, hey, Predator, let me get a picture. And and then like some of these Leatherface outfits and Jason outfits. Oh my god, man, you could tell like they put probably 3 weeks into getting prepared for the show. Just to like fans walking around dressed up it's crazy, man. And that's the fun part to me. You know what I mean? Like autographs, I don't really care about anymore. I'll say hi to them, or I just like the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So especially like back then I don't have the responsibilities I do now. So money's a little bit tighter. So it's like. But yeah, the last person I got an autograph was Gunnar Hansen, rest in peace. I bought his book, and it was the second time I met him. I met him once in 2007. I didn't get his autograph. He was just walking through the lobby. I'm like, holy shit, Gunnar Hansen. And I said, Gunnar, nice to meet you. Big fan. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was the first horror movie I seen. And he talked to me for a little bit. It was nice. I was like, if you're not busy or if you're not in a rush, can I grab a quick picture? He's like, yeah, sure. He put his arm around me, and I had a big ass smile. My friend took the picture, and then I went to Target and I got it blown up where I framed it 8x10, and I have it in my room. And then I met him again in 2013 when I bought his book, that book he wrote on his experience making Texas Chainsaw Massacre, working on it. I forget what it's called. It's with him on the cover. You know what I'm talking about, right, Monty?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I went up to him again. I say, hey, Gunnar, could you saw this? I met you once in 2007, but you probably don't remember. You meet so many people, and he was nice. We talked a little bit how's things been, this and that. And then I think a year and a half later he died. I guess he had cancer, but he just kept it to himself. I guess which is respectable. What are you gonna do? Tell people, oh, I got cancer, I'm dying. Like it was sad, man. I remember that news story. That was all over. Even like CNN, had like Leatherface actor Gunnar Hansen passed away, but Gunnar was such a nice guy, man. So nice. John Dugan too. I met him. He was nice. Bill Moseley, Sid Haig, they were nice. I didn't meet anybody. I know. Piz and other people talked about meeting people that had like bad experiences, and I've seen it personally. I can't really say that me personally that I had it. Even Tom Savini was nice. I just had a couple words with him. He was nice, and then there was a fan like after me. He went up to Tom Savini, and I was walking around and I was listening to the fan, and you could tell like the fan was a little bit like challenged. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Yeah. So like, and I don't know, Tom was just rude to him, and I'm just like, but yeah, man, there are some horror stories from these conventions. Like people, some people are just fucking just nasty, man. Just
yeah. I when I went over to Chris Sarandon's table, I mean, I didn't expect him to be like a glowing ball of joy or anything like that. Because like when I literally looked at everybody's faces, the actors, everybody looked tired. Like everybody just looked what's his name? Grady from Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Mark Patton, his boy who got killed in the movie. His best friend Grady.
Great. In what scene? How do they look like in that scene when Mark breaks into his bedroom like that? Or
Well, no, he was just no, he was no, but he looked so tired, and Zach Galligan was there, and they all looked.
It's tiring, man, all day. Yeah.
Like this is what I saw Zach Galligan do at one of the tables when I walked past him. I walked past him and I saw him just go like this, and I was like, I don't think I'm going over. And what you call it from American Ninja was there in Friday the 13th Final Chapter. Judy, who's there who got killed in the raft?
Judy. I know who you're talking about. I can't pinpoint though. I'm having like a brain fart. Judy, is it Judy Greer? No.
What's her?
Judy.
What is her name, Corey? Who got killed in the raft in Final Chapter?
I'm not sure. Hold on.
I would Google it, but my internet's kind of messed up right now. Judy.
She's an American Ninja.
Go ahead and I'll find it.
American Ninja. Judy Aronson.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Where's she at? Her.
Oh, yeah.
She's actually, actually, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed because like when I saw her from across the room, I was like, I'm going over there. I don't give a damn. I was
was she nice? Like, was she pleasant?
She seemed just tired. She seemed very tired. So it was like, so I was kind of like crushing a little bit. Like I was kind of like, shit, I don't give a damn if you're 50, and I don't give a damn if you're an actress. Like,
yeah, of course, man. Dude,
let's head over to the bar, just have a conversation. And she was like not having that at all. Matter of fact, when I looked at her, this is the one thing she did. I looked at her and she went like this. She was like, it went like that. I was like, well, fuck it, never mind.
I did have one experience that I would label as, I mean, from my point of view, I don't look at it as like a big deal, but I think the woman was kind of she was friendly and she had a big smile, but I don't know if it was kind of like a fake, like who's this guy on the elevator, like, type of smile. But I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking too much into it, which I think I am. So long story short, you guys know Robbie from the original Friday 13th, Robbie Morgan.
Yeah.
Monty, the first girl to get killed in the original Friday 13th. Yeah. That actress was at Monster Mania. I think it was 2010. Yeah. And my buddies, we got a hotel room upstairs. I think we stayed all 3 days. Yeah, we stayed all 3 days. And they were tired because we were walking around for 6-8 hours. So they're like, I'm going to go upstairs. They're like, we're going to go upstairs and just chill. I'm still looking at the vendors. I'm getting horror shirts and I'm walking around and, taking pictures with people dressed in costumes. So I get in the elevator and then I'm the only one getting in and somebody walks in and I look around. It's her, and I'm like, and I never met her before. And I'm like, I'm like, I had a braid for her. I'm like, sorry, I had a long day. I'm like, she's like, yeah, that's me. I was like, how you doing? I'm and I shook her hand. I'm a big fan. And I was like, you having a fun time? She's like, oh yeah, it's been overwhelming. I was like, nice, yeah. So and then she got off and I was like, nice meeting you, so that was one of those pretty cool moments, but out of nowhere, oh shit, I was in my fanboy mode. I'm like, oh shit, that's that, But a lot of them they hang out at the hotel bar, man. So once the convention shuts down at 9:00, everybody just goes to the bar, and you go there sometimes. So you just talk to them, man. They're very personable, very nice. Some don't. Some just go to the hotel room and just go to fucking sleep. And people got parties going on different floors. You can smell the fucking weed. Everybody's drink. So we always brought our own alcohol and stuff like that. But man, conventions are just fun. So we'll see what happens next year. I mean, I'll probably do, if they have Monster Mania in March, I'll probably go. I don't think I'm going to do the Atlantic City one. That's a little bit further. maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But you know,
I was thinking,
after a while, it's just kind of like it just gets like, after like I went every year, twice a year, because they had one in March, one in August. So every year I would go twice a fucking year from 2005 up until 2013. After a while, guys, it just gets, it's like the same thing. It's like, cool, like I met that person, I'm not going to get their autograph again. I got an autograph book at home, some stuff I got mounted up, like, but you go for just like the experience, sometimes you just, you say hi to them and you go about your business, and, but it's fun, it's a cool time,
You know what? Friday, I think it was the Friday 5 cast was there that weekend at Horror Hound 2017. And matter of fact, I had just missed Piz by a couple of hours because I hadn't met him yet at that point. But I remember he said he was going to be there, and I wanted to meet him. I didn't get a chance to. But I always wanted to go and have well, I wouldn't be drinking, but maybe she would have one. I'd have a club soda. Whatchamacallit, Pam in Friday the 13th Part 5.
Yeah, Pam. Yeah.
I straight up, like, when I saw her, I was like, I would love to just like have a drink with her at the bar.
I would love to do more than that, but let's keep it real. You know what I mean? But yeah. I mean, I think I met him before too. And Shavar Ross, little Reggie Reckless.
Dudley, you met Dudley.
Yeah, he was. They're all cool, man. Who's really fucking cool? Like, I mean, he's cool as shit, man. Probably the coolest person you'll meet. Not from Part 5. Who's the guy? Part 8. Is it Miguel Nunes? The guy who got, or no? I'm thinking about somebody else. The guy from Part 8 who got his head knocked off by Kane Hodder on the roof. The boxer guy. What's the actor's name?
VC.
VC Dupree or something.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, you got it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's so cool, man. He'll talk you up, man. His personality, his demeanor, he's cool as shit, man.
When I saw an interview with him recently on TV, I thought it was quite frightening because he looks exactly the same way.
He does, man. Like, he really does. Yeah, it's some of these people just. I've met Kincaid before from Nightmare 3. He's really heavy now, Kincaid. Oh man, Ken Sagos.
Oh yeah, Ken Sagos.
Yeah, but he's such a nice guy. He writes like kids books and he does a lot of charity work in Los Angeles. He's a really nice guy.
One of my buddies met him at a convention, and this is before I did one, and he told me about it. Anyway, he had the picture. And I was like, yeah, you met Kincaid. What'd you think? And he was like, I'm getting some really uncomfortable energy from him. I was like, okay, well, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, he's a little like.
He said he smiled at him, and he said he felt. My friend said that Kincaid smiled at him, and he said he felt a little uneasy. And he said,
yeah, you know what? He's got like this really quiet, like. Demeanor, like he doesn't get like, he's like very quiet, like very nice, but I think he's very humble. I don't think it was anything, like I can't see, I personally can't see the actor Ken Sagos like being rude to anybody. Like he was, I think it was just maybe
overreacted, but
he probably thought too much into it, like I did in the elevator thing. It's.
He said, I just said hi, and he signed the poster, and he smiled at me, and I just felt really uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I said, why did he smile at you too long, Vim?
Yeah, it's
too long handshake.
Yeah, look, he said he was like, I felt a little uneasy.
Listen, talk about uncomfortable. If there's anybody who makes people uncomfortable, is probably fucking Kane Hodder. He grabs people by the neck, man. Like, I've met him, but I never got an autograph or a picture of him. I just kind of like shook his hand, said a couple words, and he works out. You can tell, like, he's a jack dude, but like he grabs people by the neck. He puts the machete. I think there was an incident, like, it was actually at Monster Mania. You could look it up, and all you guys can look it up. I think it was Monster Mania or maybe some other convention. But if you just go to Google, type Kane Hodder accidentally cuts fan's neck or something, you'll see it.
What?
He put he either chokes you by the neck with his gloves on, or he puts like the machete like right to your neck. And apparently he did that like 2 years ago, and the fan got cut. I don't think that. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't think the fan made a big deal out of it. It's. I mean, I doubt it. I don't know, but I mean, yeah, man, he's. Not everybody. I mean, this guy like chokes the shit out of you, from what I heard. Yeah, man.
I was like
some people.
16 in my first convention, and Kane Hodder was the first person I met, and he'll choke the shit out of you.
Yeah.
For your
I mean,
picture.
no, he
for real.
literally applies pressure for real.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, dude, he fucking Monty. I'm telling you, bro. You walk up to Kane Hodder, he's gonna choke the shit out of you, bro. I'm telling you. It is. It's uncomfortable. Like me, I'm the type of guy. Like, okay, I got that laid back personality. I know, but some people are different. Some people are like, no, man, fuck that. Listen, they'll get gangster and Kane Hodder. And Kane Hodder will throw down. He's a beast. But yeah, I mean, it's just same thing. He does it to women too, man. I mean, it just and then there's just some fans like some actors who are who just like don't even okay. Okay. All right, that explains it.
Yeah.
Horror Fanatic 81. All right, cool. That explains it. So what's it called? And what happens is, and then there's some people who I understand their age. Like, for example, when I got back in 2009, when I met John Carpenter, I understand he's an older guy, and he doesn't want to like stand all the time. But come on, man. I mean, if I'm paid $40 for a picture, stand up for a second, get in the picture, man. Like I had to like lean over in a weird ass way, like, the picture came out like I had it blown up, but it's like I'm like leaning over and he's like sitting down and he doesn't even smile. He just always seems so miserable,
Hey, look, I saw this. There's this footage on YouTube of him. He's in a bookstore in Los Angeles. So anyway, the guy comes up to the table, and the guy is like that overzealous, like slightly challenged, like I'm the reality type fan. So when he went up to Carpenter, he's like, great, sign it and put "See ya at the movies." And look,
man,
John Carpenter was like this when he said, "Look," and he said it just like that. He was like, "See ya at the movies," and John Carpenter was just like,
wow.
Look, and then he goes, so he takes the kid's camera, and John Carpenter, he's like, can't you direct me, John? And he's like, oh, sure, I'll direct you. And he's like, stand up, smile. And the kid starts acting like this towards his camera. And he goes, turn your back towards me. And the kid turns his back toward him. And John Carpenter goes, do you see that door? Walk out of it.
Are you serious, man? Yes. I have to look that up. That's wrong, man.
He's like, turn your back to me, and you see that door. Go ahead and walk out of it. I was like, that's
wrong. That's. I mean, come on. That's wrong. But I could see him doing that. I have to find that video. That's wrong, man.
That shit was gangster, man.
Well, guys, I gotta cut it a little short here, but I want to ask everybody one last question because I just thought of something and I even have a picture to go with my story. But I want your guys' most surreal experience with the celebrity ever. So whoever wants to start.
Whoa, let me think.
You have to be.
Well, actually, no, you know what? I'll go last, but I know my answer. Go ahead, guys. You guys go first.
How about you, Monty? What you got?
Meeting LeBron James in 2005 when I still lived in Cleveland. That was the first time I ever saw groupies in real life, and it was the most pathetic thing I think I've ever seen. Like literally, LeBron was sitting there, and there were 10 chicks, 5 on this side, 5 on the other, and they didn't care that the other one had the same objective. They were all literally like massaging his shoulders, hanging on him. I said, this is the most pathetic thing I think I've ever seen in my life. Like they were that thirsty.
Gold diggers, man. Gold diggers.
They were that thirsty for a meal ticket. But I don't blame celebrities. I take advantage of it too.
Yeah, I would too. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, but that was surreal.
Corey, does it have to be horror or just in general? Anything? You know what? I'll say Meeting Gunner for the first time in 2007 because I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's like one of my favorite horror movies, and it was just so like random. Like it was my first convention too when I met Gunner, and I'm like, holy shit! So I'm like walking around. I'm like, oh shit, that's Gunnar Hansen. He was walking the lobby, and I'm like, man, my heart's. I'm like, guys, hold on, let me. I was like, should I go say hi? Should I not? I was kind of like nervous, and he was so nice and so cool, and I got a picture of him, and then like I mean, I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I was 13. Like these are people I grew up. So I mean, and then that was like probably like my most kind of like surreal like shock type of moment. After that, you get used to it. Yeah.
How about you, Jake?
I don't know. I guess it came hotter because this is my first convention that I've ever been to, and the first celebrity like that I met. And when you walk up to the tables to meet them, and they got all these pictures, and you're kind of overwhelmed in the beginning. It's somebody you've seen in the movies, and you don't know what to do, what to say. Yeah, I think Monty's got us all beat with LeBron James, though. Not everybody said he met Bron.
So
it was insane.
So in 2012, the Super Bowl was in Indianapolis, and I was covering kind of the pregame things as a member of the media. So I was at the media day, and I was getting myself set up to take pictures at Tom Brady's kind of press conference thing. And what they have for like media people were bleachers you could stand on and get pictures and things like that. So I'm standing there, and this girl comes up and stands right next to me. And I look at her for a minute, and I'm like, she looks familiar. And it turned out it was Maria Menounos from Extra on TV. I came back, and I was telling my buddy about it. And he was like, oh, that's cool and everything. And we were looking at pictures from the Super Bowl stuff on USA Today on their website. And this picture shows up.
Oh, wow.
So that's
wow. Look at that, man.
That's
man.
Poetry. That is poetry.
Look at Corey, man. Damn. Wow.
Corey, I would ask you more questions, but I understand this is on camera, and
that's awesome.
Nothing good.
That is awesome, man.
I didn't have any Al Shannon Elizabeth experiences.
Yeah,
she's gorgeous, man. She's a good looking.
She woman. Is. She still is. But I mean, I'm just like, I'm not paying that for a ticket, And I just, and plus, I don't know, like. She seemed kind of miserable. Like she was sitting there, guys, and like she didn't seem happy. I don't know if it was maybe because there was nobody at her table because she was charging $100. Okay, you're Shannon Elizabeth. We get it, But I mean, or maybe she was just having a bad day. Like I was just gonna go up and just, I'll go up to any girl, I'll spit game, or just say hi. But I just wasn't feeling. I'm like, I don't know. She kind of looks like, So I just,
I was actually surprised. She was very nice. She was very nice to me, and her money handler woman who was with her too was very nice to me. And I showed them a picture, the autograph picture I had of Chris Sarandon, and they both liked it. They were just like, oh, that's such a nice picture. And I don't know, I had a really good experience with her. She was very, very sweet.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like I'm sure she is Monty. I'm not absolutely not saying she's not. I just like that day. I just like looking at her. I just got a vibe that maybe she was having a bad day, and like I just didn't want to like go up because I didn't want to like her to kind of give me like the cold shoulder because I knew I wasn't gonna get her autograph. I'm like, no, I'm not getting her autograph, but at least to go up and say, hey, how you doing? I like your work or something. I don't know. I was going to think of something, Plus, I was thinking like, what should I say? Like, I don't want to, come off weird, but like, what could I say? Like, I want to be like, oh, hey, big fan. I wanted to like, I was trying to figure out like what to say, and like, it just wasn't there. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just, I'll see you another time, maybe. If not, then whatever.
It is pretty rough, like when your first thoughts, your first experience with this actress are not something that you could actually share, like in a public setting. You got to go like, you're like, oh, I remember you from American Pie because I was 17 years old at the time, and wait a minute, I can't talk to you about that.
Yeah. Or the worst is like when you're meeting like the gorgeous female actresses who like from all these movies from like Christina Ricci or people from like just plenty of them, and you walk up and you don't really know like kind of like what to say, or you don't want to come off as like kind of like weird or creepy, so you try to like think you're sitting there you're thinking I want to approach her, but I don't really like want her autograph, I just want to say like hi or something like that. So but then you see like there's just all these lines and you're just like, you know what. And, yeah, man, some of them have crazy lines, man. They pay like for VIP tickets and it's like $250 and they get there like an hour early, and it's just like some of it's just like that's why I like, yeah, man, I like since 2013 I haven't done any horror conventions because I'm just like, you just grow up and priorities and you see things differently, you kind of like mature, you're like, okay, like now if I go, it's just kind of like look around, see what people are selling, just taking that experience, not so much like, oh, I want to meet her, I want to get his, or I want, you know what I mean, like, but who was really cool? Robert Englund. I don't know if any of you guys met Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger. Fucking nicest guy, man. And he'll talk to you too. Like he's so nice. Me and my buddy, we met him in 2013. Got his autograph. We bought his book too. But he and there was a line behind us, but he was still talking to us for like 20 minutes because he was in Philly. I guess he stopped in Philly to do something on for some radio station, like some talk show or something, or I think it was like Sirius XM, somebody's radio station. He went on there to do like a talk show saying how he's in town, he'll be at Monster Mania. He was promoting it. So he's like, where are you guys from? We're like, oh, we're from Philadelphia. He's like, oh yeah, I was just there. I was on the show and we were talking, and just, he was really cool, man. Really nice guy, Robert Englund.
Well, guys, thanks for checking out the movie with us tonight. It was awesome for you to.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having it. Yeah.
And, coming along. I know, Al, you don't do a channel, right? You just kind of.
No, I the whole social media thing, just no channel for me. It's just not my style.
You guys can check him out on Piz's stuff and Lauren's stuff, and hopefully you'll be back on our channel some too. So
absolutely, man. Yeah.
Slaughterport, you got anything cool coming up on your channel?
Not really. I guess I got a haul video, end of the month haul video coming up. A bunch of Blu-rays. That's about it.
Cool. We'll be checking that out. Monty, what you got coming up on your channel?
Ladies and gentlemen, I am finishing my Arnold-a-thon of classic Arnold Schwarzenegger films every Saturday. And Wednesday, I have my surprise movie reviews on rmjmoviereviews.com. 3 separate words.
Go subscribe. I'm subscribed. It's good stuff, good material.
Awesome channel. Glad to have you active again and back, and definitely back here as much as we can have you. So that's awesome. On the S'mores and Doors podcast channel, for some reason, I got a bottle of bourbon in for review. I don't know why, but I did. So at some point, I'll be reviewing this Oak and Eden bourbon and vine bourbon. So whatever.
Hey man, I'll be on there. Me and Tim will be on there. You know that. We'll have our bourbon.
On the next episode of the podcast, we will have an interview with Scott Shermer. He's the director of Found. Movie came out several years ago that was pretty widely acclaimed. So we're going to be talking about some of his work and filmmaking in general. So check out the next episode of the audio S'mores and Doors podcast at s'moresanddoorspodcast.com. And guys, it's been a great evening. We've been going right at 4 hours. So we're going to call it a night. And everybody, take it easy and join us here for the next show.